Man, what a good song.
So
Those guys are good.
They're pretty damn good. Near and dear to my heart. I know that's true. Man, look how close I was. I wanted to eat the last slice of Mexican pizza before that countdown was done. Couldn't do it.
You tried, couldn't do it.
But hey, they're coming back forever and ever. Did you read about that? They got rid of the Mexican pizza for a while. Now they're back forever.
Are they still selling out of them at times or no?
Not where I go. There's these hoity-toity people in my neighborhood. They probably don't get Taco Bell often.
I was gonna say, where is that? That's Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat Taco Bell. I don't eat meat. I want my meat to have meat in it.
Who gives a fuck?
I'm picky that way.
you guys are
Give me Big Mac or give me death, he says. I need some real beef. When's the last time you heard that?
big beefy.
As I said, you guys kicked ass last week. I told you guys on the side. That was a great episode. I'm sorry that I missed that. That was.
Did you say kicked ass or licked ass?
Both.
I think you said licked ass.
Like that. Was that Demolition Man with Sandra Bullock? You really licked his ass.
Yeah.
Blow him away, Huxley. Blow him away. Nice. Man, I've been looking forward to this week because when you sent me the itinerary last week for this one, I'm like, oh, yeah. You want to tell everyone what we're doing?
I knew you would have no objections with this one. So I was like, Brett and I were like, yeah, he's going to be fine with this. My only regret is I had a crazy, crazy week. I had all these great ideas to do a great booby intro, and I just didn't have the time. So
I think maybe it's best that you didn't. I'm just saying.
It's VSA time from the people at the Horror Collectors podcast.
We're doing this in taste, right, gentlemen? We're being tasteful about it.
You can taste whatever you want. I would love to taste some boobies if that's what you're talking about, Joseph.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got the right one, baby.
For those joining in, sorry, I meant to send out. We were going to be a little late tonight for personal reasons, but I just never got it. I had this crazy day. But those joining in now, thanks for hanging out with us.
Jewish and not Jewish. You said those Jewish hanging out, or what did you say?
Those Jewish hanging out with us?
Are joining us.
Lo Chaim.
My schmeckle.
Schmeckle.
So what is the 5 that I'm looking forward to doing today, gang? Anyone want to enlighten the crowd?
All right, so tonight we're going to do a discussion on Halloween Ends because it's going to be starting this coming Thursday. Well, Thursday is the early night, but whatever. I know Brett's going to see it on Wednesday night. And basically we wanted to hear what people are expecting. No spoilers here. Based on what we saw in 2018 in Kills, what are you looking for in Ends? No spoilery things here. No talking about anything we've seen so far, if anything.
I appreciate
What are you looking for? Excuse me. Then we're going to do we were talking about like a movie countdown. So we thought like, what's the top, name 5 movies that were unsettling to you, which I found a lot easier than I thought. There's a lot of unsettling movies out there. We're going to do our movie review of A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Yes.
And
Joe's Scream Queen is in that one.
The piece de resistance. Our top five set of tits in movies. I'm saying boobies. Yes. Boobies I had to put boobies on everything so it didn't get flagged, but we're live, we're adults. All of us, some of us are. So it's our top 5 set of tits.
Yes. In horror movies.
in horror movies, yes. It's got to be horror movies.
We're not talking Debbie Does Dallas action or Jenna Generation or nothing like that.
Yeah, we're not talking about anything. One of these days we should do a review. Did you guys ever see the Halloween porno movie?
No, The Night He Came.
Oh my lord!
There's a Halloween porno movie. Go look it up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This P dies tonight. This P dies tonight.
He shot it 7 times.
You bunch of pervs.
I know. God bless you all. So, but we can start with anything you guys may have gotten in your collection, anything new. We can work around Robin. We can start with what's going on. I know, Michael, you're home. You're not in the store, but is anything new happen? Anything new come in this week that you'd like to discuss?
There has been a few old school NECA figures that have come in from a trade-in and a couple of masks. And I missed my Trick or Treat Studios order on Friday.
Come on, I need my creepy intro. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
What's new at Michael's Horror and Pinball?
Nice.
What's new is that I need to get new shit. We've had some stuff coming in, and I placed a massive Trick or Treat Studios order last week. And the guy came by to deliver it last Thursday, but I wasn't open, and they didn't give me any notice that I knew of. So I came in Friday to a note on the door that I got to figure it out. And, they'd want one order. They've made it into like 7 different tracking numbers, right? So when they shipped it that way, what happens is I try to post it to where I can change it to where I go pick it up instead of someone dropping it off in front of the store when no one's there. And they want like $8 per and there's like 7 different tracking numbers attached to it. So it'd been like $60 to have them hold on to it. So now I got to go in there tomorrow at like 9 a.m. and just hang out until it shows up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but that's all right. I got stuff to do. I'll take a guitar with me or some shit. I don't know.
I don't know what's louder, your hair color or that shirt.
Oh man, loud thing for the game today, gang. Yeah. I am just pumped because I've been looking forward to our subject matter at hand this evening.
Did you do any research or any homework?
I've been doing research in my head since I was 12. Trust me. I've been lining them up ever since then. About once a week. I keep in mind which ones are the best.
So anybody else got some new stuff coming in? That came in rather. I have some stuff too. It's up. Whoever wants to. Actually, you know what? I ran in the doors. So somebody else want to go ahead. There's 1 or 2 things I forgot behind me.
You can go ahead, Brett.
No, I gotta go grab something. So either Brett or you want to go, Joe. I'll be right back. Hold on.
I bought a handful of the second edition of these. Sorry if I'm my background.
Oh, nice find.
The second edition.
Where'd you find those at, my friend?
Walmart. Walmart has them. I bought GK a couple too because GK didn't have them. No Walmart in California. If you guys need some, just let me know.
Gotcha.
I bought this up because I'm at my parents' place. It was in Wisconsin, so I bought. I don't know. Sorry, I should probably get my background off. Hooper from Jaws, the scuba gear one.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that off to the background here later. But okay, and then we talked about this before, the virtual 5K. I got my stuff in the.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm trying to open up. Oh, you got your 5K stuff from the
5K stuff. Yeah.
Are you going to do the walk?
I will maybe run a 1K and then walk the rest.
Are you going to film it? I was thinking it'd be pretty cool to film, like borrow a treadmill from somebody and do one in the middle of the shop. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty nifty.
You know what? That would be a bad idea when I think about it. That would be pretty cool. Here, a little bit better. Yeah, that's the Scuba Jaws one. So awesome.
I'm very peanut butter and jelly of you right now, and you'll see in a minute why, my friend.
Yeah.
That was you, Joe.
But Richard Dreyfuss comes to shows. This would be cool to get autographed.
Hey man, I love that. Because I got the first release. What's his name? Quint.
Oh,
Quint,
Robert Shaw.
Yeah,
Robert
Quint.
Shaw.
The cloth figure on that one.
It's a little bit better. You can see it now.
That's actually that's big. I like that. That's bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
5K.
I was just about to say that. That's what she said.
Too good.
And then there's my number, of course. So
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I always add things up.
yeah, that'd be cool, Mike. You thought about filming that? That would be a bad idea. I could have the daughter always do it for me. She's into the camera stuff.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I would take my treadmill to the shop and do it, but you don't think I have a treadmill, do you?
Hey, you could. We always,
Maybe I can find someone to let me borrow one. Find one of them slim chicks in the neighborhood that'll let me borrow their treadmill for the day.
Everybody has a treadmill. Don't you have a place to hang your laundry? Everybody's got one.
I lost it in the divorce. No, I'm just kidding.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
We did do something new this week, though, worth talking about. Didn't we, Joe? This past Tuesday, we went and met the great Weird Al Yankovic.
That's right. I saw the
That's
pictures.
awesome. That's cool.
And what was gnarly is they weren't. It was very clear they were advertising that the Weird Al will not be signing anything other than the tour posters that they brought with them for that show. And people were bringing up records and stuff like that to get signed, and they were getting turned down in front of us. I'm like, oh shit, Joe, I might be in trouble, dude. He's like, well, let's see what we can do. And we get up there, and there's like, it's not directly to Weird Al. He's on the other side of this plastic covering, and there's a guy kind of acting as the bouncer, and he's kind of looking at everybody's names and saying, okay, it's for this guy, and then Weird Al would sign it and hand it over. But when we're about 2 people back, I pull the poster out and I unroll it in front of the dude and I show him. And just like always, that thing takes a life of its own. And the guy was like, holy shit. So the G kicked in like really quick. And I thought, this is my moment. So I said, you know what's gangster about this poster? Is this, as soon as I get Weird Al to sign it, I never have to pull it out of the frame again. And he's like, you want Weird Al to sign it? I'm like, hell yeah. So he takes the poster, gets Weird Al to sign it, and we broke all the rules and fucking got it signed by the great Weird Al Yankovic.
That is 100% accurate. I was present. Everyone else was just he was doing like a stack of his own posters and signing whatever name, and then, all right, move it along. He's the only one to get it customized, which was dope.
Awesome. It was, yeah, we worked hard. We worked very hard. It was a good show, too, wasn't it, Joe?
Oh, dude, it was a blast. Number one, thank you for inviting me. I had never seen Weird Al in person, and being a fan and getting to see that was a pretty awesome experience, man. So I appreciate that, dude.
You got it, bro. You got it.
Did you feel white and nerdy?
I felt a lot of things. One of those wasn't that.
White and nerdy.
White and
dirty. It was my son's favorite song. He loved that song.
I felt brown and dirty, I guess. I don't know.
They see me move. My front on.
So I guess I'll get mine over real quick. We went to Dallas this weekend. We attended the state fair. Had a blast with of course, my girlfriend and her lovely family.
MBH.
So we ended, NBA. That's right. And we ended up on our way out from Dallas. This stuff came from Dallas. We were able to stop by a place called Black Cat Records and Comics. It's a cool. New shop that opened up about 2 months ago, from what they said. And this place had some dope shit. So I'm excited to show you guys what we got, man. Got some good stuff.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
So as you know, when we first started these podcasts, you guys, I don't know what episode it was, if y'all want to go back and watch, where we covered a lot of these, and I had never had any in my personal collection.
Oh, the vinyls, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Vinyl.
Yeah, so we have a great episode covering all of these. And
actually, after the fact, I'll put it in the corner. I'll put a link to it after the fact.
Yeah, this one. So I've begun looking for these in person. So every time I see them, I got to cop one. So I got this. I don't know what this one, special edition one, whatever. That one's cool. And then my MB is a big fan of the Munsters, especially with the new movie out. But she's a fan of the OG.
She's got good taste.
I found this for her.
Oh, right. Is that the reissue?
It looks like the original.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know what it is, a re-recording in regards to all the new to all the characters or something. I had never seen something like this before. I've seen some like the originals, but this one was something a little different. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, she was really happy about it. She liked it. Let's see what she's an educated girl and she wanted a book, so she picked this out. The Living Dead by George Romero, and a new novel. So this is for the honey. Nice little book to add to the pile. All right, so I'm a big fan of NECA, and especially these little guys, the Toonie Terrors. Not too long ago, I was able to get the Halloween 3 3-pack that just came out. And at that same record shop, they had this baby. Look at that guy.
Oh, I need that. Oh, that's a werewolf one. I was going to say straight. That's a werewolf one. Okay.
Yes. I did a double take because I thought it was Quint and the shark, but I was wrong. It's this one.
You know what? The green with the jacket, it made me think that at first without the glare. And then oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I did. I missed it. I totally missed it. And I went back a second time. I was like, dude, I totally overlooked this thing.
They must be doing really well with that series because they've done how many different series? 4 or 5 of them now, right?
Yeah, there's like 4. 4 or 5, but then they're doing a lot of like just offsets, like just off releases. Like they're coming out with the Killer Clown ones, and a bunch of other ones. Like I got all of them. They're awesome. I love them. That's a good
Are
line.
they gonna do like a Michael Myers age 6? That thing will be even smaller.
Yeah, exactly. To go into what you showed us, Brett. I'm jealous because I wish I had the one that you had, but I found Quinn,
other one.
a Hooper, just in his
Ooh,
regular, denim Dan clothes.
Damn,
I'm not.
the
They come
Canadian
out at the same
tuxedo.
I don't know. I don't know if there was some. I think this one was supposed to come out first, and then the one that you have. So I really want the one that you have, but I didn't have him. So this one was a cool find. We both love jobs. Look at that. We both got some.
Joe, the Walmart is right down the street from my folks here. They had 2 more. You want me to go try to see if they have it there?
That would be
Before I leave?
lovely, man. That would be nice
will.
of you. You don't have
I will.
to, but they're just too fun. They're too good. These figures are too good, man. Too good.
Yeah. Well, because then you don't pay for a crazy price on it too. So
Yeah, absolutely. I'd appreciate that, my friend. While we were in Dallas, we were visiting MB's cousins who were traveling in France, and they know that I'm a collector, and they thought of me, and they bought me this Predator NECA. This hails all the way from France.
Wow.
And I think they're here locally now, but before when they bought it like months ago, it hadn't been out. It hadn't been released yet. So
Is the writing on it in French or is it English?
no, it's just a regular. It's an American.
okay.
But,
Yeah, regular. I like that.
regular.
Not
This one
French.
is a real fun.
Regular.
This is a real fun piece. So
It's
again,
just
shout
regular.
out to Mary Beth's cousins. Thank y'all so much. I don't want to put the names out here, but thank y'all so much. I appreciate the love.
Cool.
Oh man, you're giving me a cavity.
All right.
Too much love.
Now
Too
for all
sweet,
you
Joe.
who here knows who the Stormtroopers of Death are?
Stormtroopers of Death.
I don't. Sorry.
All right, y'all look them up.
Crickets.
Come on. Scott Ian, does it ring a bell? No. Dude,
Scott Ian
Anthrax?
from Anthrax.
that's right. So do a little research and y'all are gonna freaking minds blown.
Was it
after y'all
a
find out.
side project?
It's no, they're a revolutionary band. I'll let y'all do some research on them. But I came to find out that there was a figure, their mascot, a NECA figure, Stormtroopers of Death. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow.
Sergeant D. That's my bedroom name, Sergeant D.
It almost looks like one of the skeleton from American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, it really does. And so this one I found out is apparently really rare. So I was really excited. So check out Stormtroopers of Death. I've heard some of their music and you guys would flip out. So that is my haul, gentlemen, from the Over-Caffeinated Collector.
Bravo, sir.
Very caffeinated, if I might say so.
Yes, sir.
Quite caffeinated.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Very
Gene.
cool.
Thank you.
And what did I have? Okay, so as I'm sure everybody got the new 4K set. I guess everybody got theirs in the mail. With everybody's like, "Oh, you didn't open it yet?" I'm like, "Well, there are 3 movies aren't my favorite. It's Halloween Abortion, H2O, and The Curse." So I got the 4K set, and I have the
Abortion.
posters.
I love it. It's sticking very nicely.
Yeah, it is with the posters. Got that.
Chris
Then
has got
I
that new
have-
commentary track though. I'll listen to it for that.
And I was actually I meant to put this on
Good point.
Instagram today, and I can safely say that Halloween has officially jumped the shark.
He already got it.
Oh, you bastard. I want one of those so bad. I
He
don't
looks
care.
like a
People-
clown. He looks like Joker or something.
He does look like
He does.
I was like, you know what? They have officially jumped the fucking shark. I'm sorry.
Where did they get a load of me?
Got those. And
Hey,
then,
we love it, though. You'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right?
yeah. And I also, like I said, it's been a crazy week. I just opened these. I haven't really been home. So I'm actually going to take these out for the first time. So I got the mini masks finally came in.
Look
Look at
those.
the widow guys. Look at the widow
So
guys.
there's
I like that.
that. There's the skill.
That's cool.
And Agatha.
I got the Trunchable. From
And what's
Kevin-
cool is actually what was cool is I'm going to save the box because the box actually comes with all the Silver Shamrock stuff on it.
Cool.
Oh, that's even. You need to keep the box.
So I'm going to save the box too. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool that they did that. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So that's let me put it all back in the box. I've found a place for it. Like I said, just haven't been home most of the week. I got my list. I don't know
That was you, Brett.
Really loving that hamburger meat you got going on there, Michael. Love
What
the
happened?
hamburger meat.
I've never shown you the hamburger. You know what the hamburger is? I used to ask people that shit when I was younger. I say, "You want a hamburger?" They say, "What is that?" Then you take your schlong and put it between your cock or your balls and twist, and it looks like a hamburger.
You're making me think of like Waiting with Luis Guzman.
That's exactly what that is.
Image I just did not want to put in my head.
From?
I was like, hey, that burger looks raw.
Hey, oh, did you see what McDonald's has
Like
with
it's got
adult Happy
rubbing
Meals?
on it.
That burger looks undercooked.
And to piggyback on Brett, the last but not least, why buy one when you can buy them all?
Oh, you son of a gun.
That's what's up.
You got the box too. I love it. It's great.
It was funny. I went to my usual Walmart, which I think I explained to one of you why I go there because they always have this stuff.
Yes. Yes.
I don't want anybody to hate me for it, but they literally just had put them, and like as soon as the girl moved, I took it, put it in the cart. She looked back like, did I just put one here? And she turned. I'm like, over here, dear. She's like, oh, okay. She's like, I knew I put, but literally just slapped it down, and I'm like, thank you.
They're not going to be needing it. They're just going to throw it away.
But the look on her face was like, she turned around. She's like, what the fuck where did it go? I just put it there.
Now, Pat, am I nuts? They did like Gremlins. There's like 5 movies.
They did Gremlin. Yeah, it was Gremlins. Shit, there was a few.
I just remember Gremlins, but there's
Gremlins. They did another Chucky. I don't hold me to this, but I thought when I was looking over her shoulders, I thought it was like a Universal Monster one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Universal Monsters. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because it was quick. I ran in and just to see if it was there because I had to get to work, and I just grabbed it, ran out the door, and just made sure the girl realized she wasn't losing her fucking mind when she realized I took it that quickly. I was like, bye. So that is this week.
Very nice.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah, you have to get the whole thing. I have one of the first series at the shop. I got the full. It's full.
Yeah,
the box and all. And then
mine's right there.
I had a customer come in today and ask how much for one of them. I said, "Oh no, I'm not selling one of them.
Not breaking up the set. Same thing with me.
You can either buy the box or you can, because I'm not. It's kind of like having a set of Texas Chainsaw Massacre figures. If I get rid of Leatherface, the rest are just going to sit here stupid looking. So like, no way.
Either all or nothing. All or nothing.
You know, one thing that I saw today that I really wanted, but I don't know why I didn't pull the trigger on it. You know those tiki mask mugs?
Yeah.
They had all 4 of the fucking Golden Girls, man. Bro, they were right. They was fucking right next to each other, all 4 of them, and they were $20 a piece. I wanted to buy them so bad, man.
You ever notice like when one of your buddies comes up to you and they got like a Golden Girls shirt that's all clever? You're like, oh, that's funny. And then next week they got like Golden Girls action figures, and you're like, okay. And then they say, I just picked up these Golden Girl tiki mugs, and you're like, all right, brother, what the fuck is going on with the Golden Girls?
Hey, Golden Girls fucking rock ass.
Hey,
I don't care what anybody says.
I bought Golden Girl sleep pants on clearance at Walmart for $2. So I'll take it.
Yeah. The
Thank
Golden
you for
Girls
being a friend, Brett.
Golden Girls are so rock and roll. I will fight anybody who says.
You can argue all you want, dude, but that show was fucking funny, man.
Yes,
I love. And by the way, Mike, you know who ended the show when one lady left? Leslie Nielsen. She left with him to go live the life.
That's right.
Leslie Nielsen was on there.
That's right. Naked Gun, bruh.
Oh, so the Golden Girls had a series finale?
Oh yeah, that show ended. Yeah, I think they're all dead now, though, right? They've all died now.
Oh yeah,
Betty White was the last holdout. That was it.
You know, that's it. Next week is Golden Girls week. I will wear the Golden Girls shirt.
Golden Girls trivia.
We gotta have like a Golden Girls spotlight, man. Something, man.
Oh, my stomach. I think I got diarrhea next week.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about Rue McClanahan and fucking Betty White. Jesus Christ.
You just predetermined having diarrhea. Get the hell out of here.
Estelle Getty, we'll watch Stopper. My mom will shoot. We'll be ready.
Dude,
oh, God.
Hey, have you heard the porn version of that? Stop or my mom will poop.
I thought it was gonna be more like stop. I thought it was gonna be like stop or my cock will shoot.
Oh my God. Yeah. We need to have one of those sensors.
Oh God, could you imagine? It'd be like bleep and bleep, 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 bleep.
Michael could not get a word out. It'd be all bleeps. Bleep, 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 bleep.
I sound like that damn robot on Rocky 4 or some shit.
Happy birthday, Polly.
The
Happy
chip
birthday, Polly.
version? No. Thanks, Polly. You're the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, Polly. What did you do to her? That's my girl.
Well, they cut out that robot in that last director's cut.
Yes, and it was
Oh,
amazing and crazy how different of a movie it was.
I didn't mind it. It was a different take. I didn't mind it at all. It was fine. I don't know if it's as good as the original, but
it was great. Well, we got a dickload of stuff to cover today, gang.
Where would you guys like to start first? We could review Nightmare on Elm Street. We could talk about our top five on most unsettling films, or go straight to the tits.
We could do a quick one. Let's get the Halloween Ends out of the way.
Or instead of just being spoilery, talking about what everybody, a lot of people have seen, with the exception of the man below me, because I know below me.
Man below you.
The man below me.
The man below you.
So, watching 2018 and watching Kills. Part 3, where would you like to see it go based on what you saw in Kills? I mean, granted, if you just cut the whole hospital scene out of Kills, it's actually a pretty good movie.
And then the bar scene, it would be an epic movie.
The bar scene I can almost tolerate, yeah. But for me, I personally would like to see... I'm not a big fan of the time jump. I do get the fact that one day is 24 hours. You can't, it's a lot to fit 3 movies. And I mean, obviously, people could argue, the TV show 24, but still, I mean, he can't be all over the fucking place in so much amount of time.
And in daylight, you got to worry about daylight there.
I just pray to God that, wherever he's been for 4 years, he's not sitting with some stupid fucking hermit, getting a tattoo on his fucking arm, doing a chant, I don't know. Is he like in rehab somewhere? Is he in Club Med? Where the fuck is he for 4 freaking years?
The mask looks all brand new and got a big forehead and it's got a scarecrow look to it all of a sudden.
Hanging out with white horses,
white horses? Hell no, Brett!
Yeah. Oh, God. If there's a white horse, I'm like, I'm out.
Sensitive subjects.
Yeah. I'm out. So if I see like freaking... If I see Judy Greer on a white horse, I'm out the fucking door in 2 seconds, brother.
Yeah, I get it.
So I just hope there's a good narrative to explain where he disappeared to for 4 freaking years after the shit that just happened.
Good one.
I'd like to know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I guess, like I said, I watched some of the trailers, but I didn't dissect it like some of these other channels did, where they just basically sucking it dry. I'm like, I don't have time. I don't have time for that, and I'm not. That's not me. Yeah. I'd like to know what happens to the Myers house after the fact now, because of all the shit that just went down there. Not only the 2 guys, Big John, Little John, getting killed in there. They had to find freaking Judy Greer stabbed the fuck upstairs. So what do you do with that house now?
Yeah,
do you tear that house down? I mean, usually in reality, when shit like that goes down in the house, what do? They tear that fucking thing down. So that they tear the house down. They burn it to the ground. What do they do? Yep. So I'm curious to see where that's going to go. And I'm just curious to see the final showdown and the big mystery. Okay, who's going to die? Is it going to be Michael? Is it going to be Laurie? Or is it going to be Allison? Or it could be both. Do they go up in an inferno? Do they burn this freaking house down? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm just hoping that, based on what I know, which I won't mention because some people haven't watched it.
Gratis.
It sounds like an okay concept if it's done correctly. Yeah. If that makes any sense. I actually think it could be pretty cool if it's done well. But I just don't want to see a lot of plot holes left over from Kills. That's my biggest thing. Don't leave too many plot holes because it's the 3rd one in the movie, so you're supposed to button it up. So you shouldn't be introducing this huge narrative on the 3rd movie. So we'll say that's my take.
Very good.
That's a very interesting take, my friend. Very good. Very, very good.
Who would like to go next?
Can you hear me?
Hi, I'm Pat. No, wrong show. Sorry.
Hi, Pat.
You got to wear a different mask every week.
Dude,
I
The hair
wish.
with the mask is priceless, though.
Hey,
Here we go.
it is
It's the hair.
October. Can we just take 2 seconds and just remind ourselves that it's fucking October?
Yes, it is.
It
Yes.
is October.
And I don't know what the weather's like by you guys. You go outside, it's a beautiful clear night here, and the moon is fucking huge with the full moon. It was real nice drive home looking at that. Actually, I'm getting very Insane Clown Posse vibes when you wear that.
Yeah.
With the hair sticking out the top. Juggalo.
We're getting one of those guys at Days of the Dead, one of those Insane Clown Posse guys that just posted that this week.
Oh, they're always at the. Yeah, you can catch them at a lot of the
I'm
conventions.
from Detroit. I can't. Those guys are always in my way. There's this place in Mount Clemens. No, not Mount Clemens. It's I don't remember exactly what city that is. Right there on Gratiot towards Detroit, but there's a CD shop that has like horror toys and all kinds of stuff, and that's like their official record store of ICP, because that's where they kind of first sold their albums before they made it famous and all this other stuff. And what would happen is I lived 45 minutes down the road, and I would drive over there, and every now and again, and it was so often, they'd make an appearance there and do signings. So there'd be a line of these idiots from like fucking the store till about 5 blocks down with the stupid white, the face paint and all that jazz. Those guys. And every one of them is every juggalo I've ever hung out with that has that tattoo complains about losing their kids in custody battles, and they smoke and blow smoke in their kids' faces. I mean, it's just gross, and I don't care. It is what it is. I just hate them.
It's like rap for trailer parks.
It's gross. But they are a marvel in the business music world because they did it all themselves, and they didn't use a label, and they made a fuck ton of money. So God bless them.
True.
They got into the wrestling game too.
Yep.
So
right,
Halloween ends, right?
Who would like to go next?
Who was
Sorry for the sidetrack, but who would like to go next?
My fault.
Me? Joe, were you wanting to say something, my friend?
Do you have any thoughts on what you're looking for, what you're expecting, what you're hoping doesn't happen?
Absolutely.
Do the Golden Girls appear?
You have the conch.
Having kind of like I have seen some of the the previews, whatever. Went to go see Terrifier 2 on Friday night, and got to see a fresh preview of Halloween Ends, and I feel I number one, I'm excited. Number one, excited always for these movies. Always, that's my first feeling. I feel like it will, and I hope that it ties all the things up from Kills. There probably are going to be some fucking gaps in the story. I think they're going to try to pick up the pieces and kind of just run with it. What's he doing for 4 fucking years? I don't know. Just chilling, eating rats. What it doesn't eat, he hibernates. I don't fucking know. I don't want to know what happened to him for
watching
4 years.
Golden Girls.
He's the shape. Yeah, he's the shape. He's evil. I don't want to know what he just disappears. He's into nothingness. That's what I want to know. I don't want them finding him in the fucking sewer like the Ninja Turtles. I don't want that shit. I don't want that. I want to know that he's he's some mythic creature, fucking evil himself. But
you don't want to see him sticking his face out of a sewer like it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know.
Hello, Georgie.
Yeah, I know. And parts of that already are bugging me, but at the same time, I think times have changed, and I think they're going to go that route. But I think he's going to kick some major ass. I think he's going to do a lot of killing. That's what I'm excited about. I hope it's on par, if not better than Kills. I hope there's a lot of fucking death. I hope there's a lot of fucking gnarly ass special effects. I'm excited mostly for the final showdown that they're kind of marketing this whole movie. It's Laurie versus Michael, that whole thing. I don't care what happens at the end. I just want it to be a good fight. You know how you pay for a pay-per-view and all you want is to have a good fight? That's all I want. I want a good fight. So
yeah, that's it.
I'm super stoked. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to watch it in a couple days. And then I really can't wait to talk about it that next Sunday on our next podcast.
Oh, yeah. That is going to be a good episode.
Fucking wait. So with all that being said, I'm just grateful that this trilogy is here, and we're living in the moment, and we get to still talk about this shit and I'm really grateful for that. So I'm
Yeah,
super stoked.
And fair warning to everybody out there, that is the plan to discuss the movie on Sunday. Because with Halloween, you got to see it the day it comes out. And if you don't,
Oh,
that's
hell
a
yeah.
problem.
That's your
We could
problem.
red flag it, I'm sure. We'll red flag it.
Yeah. So we will put stuff in the fucking details. Spoiler alert, whatever. But we
Big
are
spoiler.
Red big asterisk. Spoiler.
Yes, we are dissecting that son of a bitch. All right.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing it on Sunday. You can see early on Thursday, so you have more than enough time. So if you're watching this, you should be a diehard fan and get your lazy ass to the fucking theater, or
Amen.
just friggin' for $5 get Peacock for Christ's sake.
Yeah, or if you have Xfinity, it's for free.
That's
It's
right.
free.
So
Right.
get your movie tickets if you haven't already.
No
Subscribe
excuse.
to Peacock. You can watch it at home. All right. We don't want to hear no excuses. Like in the military, just get the job done. Get it done. God damn it. No excuses.
Yeah, and if you're IMAX fans, it's going to IMAX too. Don't forget.
True.
That.
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that too.
Yep. I contemplated. There's the theater with IMAX about 45 minutes away, but I'm like, there's a theater 10 minutes from my house. I'm like, I'm not going all the way down there.
Well, I would say the excitement is an understatement. It's always exciting when a new Halloween comes out, and we've been fortunate enough of being fans for so long. When there was gaps, it sucked when there was those long gaps. We've been fortunate to have one every couple of years here now, well, actually back to back recently.
Yeah.
And,
and you're going Wednesday night, so you'll see it before all of us.
I'm going Wednesday. I won't even. I'll keep my. I will keep my distance, even social media and all that. I won't message you guys, but yeah. I did the same thing last year. They had an advanced screening, and it was like first come, first serve to sign up for tickets in the city. So my buddy and I are doing the same thing here. We'll have drinks beforehand. So I should probably
better.
I should probably watch it sober first, but I don't know if that's the
He's gonna get all toasted and fucking text us. Oh, he fucking killed her like halfway through the movie.
The Halloween 3 masks are here. Oh God.
And I think the movie has a pretty decent running time, not compared to fucking Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 fucking hours.
I think it's like an hour and 50 minutes. It's just shy of 2 hours.
50, that's correct.
That's
good deal.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm like with Kills. I'm just looking forward to seeing how it connects from the last movie. I'm always intrigued by that, but also how the new music's gonna tie in with the scenes. That's my last two movies that with Carpenter being involved. I was so looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So,
good note.
That's not nice. My wife's making fun of me. Don't do that.
Tell her we said hello.
They say hello. We can talk to. We'll ask Pat after. Yeah. But I hope it ends right. I hope they end this storyline, and it's time. It's gonna be a while before the next one, I'd assume, or whoever does it.
I would think so. Yeah.
Give it a break. It'll be interesting to just see where it lays. I don't have any predictions of who's gonna go. If I was to guess, he's probably gonna go. I wouldn't see why she would die, but then again, I don't know. We'll see here. But the mask is awesome. It's got to be the best mask of the three, I would assume.
Yeah, the mask does look awesome.
I haven't even seen the mask. I've been doing a great job. I'm going to get that order in with the new mask from Trick or Treat before I ever see it on TV.
Yeah, they haven't announced a NECA figure, did they? They haven't.
No,
not yet. No.
Wow,
good. I'm glad. Don't no more stuff. I'm fucking broke. Stop
it. I need my ultimate, man. I need my ultimate figure, man.
Give us a break, please.
This one kid, the kid in it looks pretty good, I guess. The new character. We'll see where that goes, but we'll leave it at that. So.
New kid, yeah. That's all I want to hear.
Yeah.
Don't elaborate.
No,
it's the kid from Saved by the Bell.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be really good. I think it'll be better than Kills. I don't know if it'll be better than 2018, but I shouldn't have high expectations. I'm kind of shooting high, but I always seem to like any of these Halloween movies, even the lousier ones. There seems to be something I'll enjoy about each one.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So even like I said, Kills, I love Kills. I enjoyed it. I mean, the flashback seems fantastic. I love that, man. If they did the whole movie that way.
Mike, I will give you a Kleenex if they're going to go to the Halloween 3 sequel next. Because
yeah, they can do that if they want. I won't be watching it until 20 years from now when we do a podcast where I have to watch it for you guys.
No,
We're swinging our canes at each other like.
No, we're gonna cover it the same
What?
way.
I can't hear you.
No, we're gonna cover it the same way we cover ends and kills and all that. We're gonna cover it the exact same.
Did he say fuck? I can't hear him. Fuck.
You're gonna love it and you're gonna like it. You're gonna love it.
Kiss my anal what?
Well, I think you nailed it with that last line. That the main thing, as I was listening to you guys talk, that I was hoping you wouldn't say, so I'd have something to say different, is the flashbacks, man. I mean, hopefully they just go head on. I do know they're going into flashbacks because a couple weeks ago we had Brandon Hardison on here, and he was telling us he's from the flashback scenes and kills. And he was telling us he was in N, so it just stands the logic that they're going to have flashback scenes. But, yeah, so we know that much. And then as far as who – I just hope there's like I guess I don't have any expectations. I kind of want him to be like mysteriously – you got to figure out if he's actually dead or not. But – you were right, Patring. I am dead set on seeing what them notice that Judy Greer was killed in the end of Kills.
Mm-hmm.
That's big. I would like to see the resurrection of Ray. No, I'm just kidding.
He's walking around with the bells around
butter all over his cock, ready to kill.
Comes back on a jar of peanut butter.
That's right.
You guys.
But no, I don't have any expectations. It's clearly from what I have accidentally stumbled upon scrolling down Facebook or some shit. It's not going to be Halloween 3 Part 2, so I'm good.
You brought up the thing about the flashbacks. It makes you wonder maybe they filmed some of the stuff when they were filming Kills for.
Yeah, I didn't think of that until you mentioned that. Then yeah, maybe there was some scenes.
Happened, so.
Yeah. That'd be really cool. I mean, that flashback was fantastic.
Yeah, you're not going to go through all that trouble to build a house and all that stuff and not get extra scenes. I would love that, though. That'd be great.
I could honestly admit, I remember when I was sitting in this theater watching that flashback scene, it took me right back to watching fucking Halloween for the first time. And the only thing I could compare it to is when everybody knows I'm a big Kiss fan. When that curtain dropped in '96 in Madison Square Garden, I finally saw the original Kiss.
Yeah,
that was the feeling I had when I saw the flashback. I was like, wow, it's like I'm seeing another part of that movie I never fucking saw.
Yep,
so
that was good times, good reference.
That's the only reason that movie is acceptable, honestly.
So we're doing a good job. I'm doing a killer job of avoiding the Halloween Kills, like our ends, as much as possible. So you want to move on to the next thing before we start uncovering shit and being right about stuff?
What's up? Hello, Audra, Danielle. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. It's gonna. Oh, so where are we going from here? Do you guys want to do a Nightmare on Elm Street review? You guys want to do some movies that were a little unsettling to your stomach, or you want to go right to Boobies?
I think we should save the Boobies. Let's do the best for last.
Yeah, good point. Let's do unsettling.
All right, so Brett and I were talking, and I was thinking, there's those movies that, we're all horror fans, we can pretty much sit through anything, but those ones that you were just like, wow, this is really fucked up, because we've all seen movies like that, really unsettling movies that you remember, that you saw, I don't need to go back and see that movie again, because it was either it was based on a true story, or it really hit home, or it was just too realistic that you were just like, wow, this is fucked up.
Well, don't give it too much criteria, because I have some ulterior motives with some of them, I think.
No, it could be, it's however you feel. It's not necessarily, there's no rules or regulations. It's basically what comes to mind. So, I mean, I can go right off the bat. In my first one, let me make sure I wrote everything down.
Now, these are in order from
5 to 1.
5 to 1.
5
1
to
1. And 5.
And my number 5, which is not necessarily, it's not really a horror movie, but I remember when I saw it, it was just so unsettling to sit through, and I just don't ever need to see it again. If you guys have ever seen Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
That is a rough movie. That's a rough movie to get through.
Jared Leto.
Yeah,
Jared Leto, man. Great performance in that movie.
It's basically all about drug addiction and spiraling, how it spirals out of control, and it just mirrors, a mother and her mother struggles with it. Her son, his son's girlfriend, and their friend, and it is just the most depressing fucking movie you could ever see.
Is it horror or no?
Well, that's what I said. It's not necessarily horror.
No.
We really didn't say horror movies, but I'm like, I had to put this on the list. So it's basically like, I don't know what you would call it. It's not really a drama. I mean, I guess it's like a drama, but it's if you watch it, you'd think you were watching a horror movie because it's just so freaking depressing and dark. But it's a rough watch.
Is it me, or like when you watch that movie and you hear the music, you're like in the movie, like you feel like you're on drugs yourself.
Yeah.
Big
time.
You're in its own.
Yeah, like if you hear it with the volume super loud, dude, it's a trippy fucking experience, man. That movie is
there's actually a scene you'd probably like, Michael, so go back and check it out. And I'm sure if you guys have seen it, you know the scene I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, for sure.
And Ellen Burstyn from Exorcist fame, that's like one of her big comeback roles.
Yeah, the mother from The Exorcist was the mother.
Exactly.
Ellen Burstyn?
Right.
Ellen Burstyn, yeah. She actually was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she was up for an Academy Award for this movie.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
She was amazing. She was fantastic, man.
Yeah, and you'll appreciate the one scene in the middle when the woman's trying to make some money. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Go watch it, Michael.
Hey, who's the actor? Who's the actor there, Brett? Who's that guy?
Is it Jared Leto or Keenan? One of the Wayans brothers?
No. When the girl goes to that man's place and she's trying to make money, you know, you just got his signature. You just got his signature the other day from They Live.
Oh, Keith David.
That's
Keith
right.
David. It was Keith David.
I totally forgot he's in that. You're right.
Man.
I saw it once and it was rough. It was a rough watch. I was like,
that scene is fucked up, man. You feel ugly watching that shit, dude. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's just a depressing movie. You want to shower after you watch it.
Right on.
Exactly.
What you got, Joe?
All right, so I was really excited about this topic. I got an honorable mention, but that'll be at the very end. But number 5 on my list is from 1978. I Spit on Your Grave.
Okay.
And people are like, well, it's not really that. It's not a horror movie, whatever. But I remember being at an age when I was like 18, 19 years old, and I can finally go rent movies that I wanted to rent and watch. And that movie, anytime you'd see it, like, you know, in the video stores, it's always touted as like the one of the worst movies you can ever see. You know, always.
It was at the time. It was groundbreaking.
Yeah, at the time, and I remember renting it, going home and watching it, and just being like, "What the fuck is this shit? This shit was fucked up." You know, I don't want to give too much about it, but the premise and all that's horrible. But for me, number 5 is I Spit on Your Grave. Not the remake, by the way. The remake sucks ass.
And they've made like 5 of them, haven't they?
Yeah. The remakes are all crap, but the original I Spit on Your Grave. And there was a rumor, I can't remember off the top of my head who the body was for that.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore was the body for the image of the poster for the movie. Yes,
that's
fun
her.
fact.
It's her ass on the cover.
Yeah, those are her cheeks back in the day. That's right.
Oh, look, Joe, your buddy.
Hey, what's
Wonka.
up, my friend?
Mr. Wonka.
Buddy? Good to have you online, man. Good stuff. Thank you for joining us.
It's a Wonka-vator.
It's an elevator. It's
an elevator. It's a Wonka-vator.
Oh, man.
What you got there, Brady Ends?
Very similar to what Joe had said. It was a similar type of film. Last House on the Left.
The original.
That's a good-ass movie.
The original, right?
Yeah. The original. I do actually don't mind the remake, but the original one, if you ever see the original trailer, what did they do? Don't see this movie. Don't see this movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's two girls that are going to a concert that are pretty much just brutalized by a gang.
Big time.
It's fucking horrible.
And it's a big revenge film in a way, but it's the early Wes Craven. It's what's his name from Cobra Kai's in it too. The head of the Cobra Kai, not the. He was in the Rambo movie. What the heck? Why can't I think of his name?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The Crease actor, Marty Cove.
Yeah,
Marty Cove.
Yes.
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
But the movie's in the early 70s too, and that was really groundbreaking for its time. And it's a tough watch. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, that's my number 5. Last House.
That's a good choice, man.
I can honestly say that might be like one of the first like Grindhouse movies.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What do you got there, ICP?
So nice. So I was. This is none of them. Not one of them in particular, but I couldn't help but think when I think of unsettling movies when I was a kid. Faces of Death.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, I should have
That's
put those
fucking
on.
that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, I know the Fact or Fiction when the guy ended up saying this one was real, this one wasn't, or whatever, kind of ruined it a little bit. But when it first came out and you were seeing like the first 3 or 4 of them, it was it was unsettling to say the least.
Yeah.
Now some of them are real and some of them are fake. Is that what it came out to? Is that what it was?
Correct.
Yeah.
Wasn't, and correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there a website back in the day? It was called Faces of Death. When you would click, you would go to that website, and it would actually be like videos of like brutal shit happening. It wasn't tied to the movie. It was just tied like just a page in general. Do y'all never remember visiting that?
Are you talking
There's a
about
couple
Rotten?
like that.
It was something like Rotten, but in Rotten, you would click on Rotten, and it would be like Faces of Death, right, Michael? You know what I'm talking about, Michael. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Rotten.com, right?
Yeah.
Is that still around?
I don't know. I'll bet, but I don't look up that stuff because they got like images of like Robin Williams' corpse and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember being a kid and like stumbling upon that and being fucking fucked up by that. And then on one of the links in that would be the Faces of Death. I remember that. That's fucking crazy.
I remember watching them at a party because so many people were shit faced, and some of them were laughing about it. People were like, "These people are really dying."
Exactly. I remember
the
being
magician one, the guy trying to get out, and the knives come down.
Yes,
He couldn't get out.
Dude, thank you. I can't remember. That's like an old memory that it came out of nowhere. That's
the monkey.
The monkey, yeah. The cop falling into the alligator swamp.
Oh,
yes.
Was it a skydiver that went in the alligator swamp?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Like a bunch of a bunch of just death. It was horrible. Car wrecks and shit.
That means that it was unsettling to us, obviously.
Very unsettling.
Yeah, we're twisted, motherfucker. I'm sorry.
We're all going to hell.
My number 4, to piggyback off of Joe, my number 4 is I Spit on Your Grave. And I was just looking up because if you haven't seen it, there's a documentary on the making of it.
Oh, nice.
Called Growing Up with I Spit on Your Grave. And it shows how this guy had this concept and how he tried to like almost like early crowdfund and try to figure out a way to get it paid for. And he was getting doors closed in every direction because of the content of what he wanted to do. It's actually a really good documentary.
I would definitely check that out. Thank you for that, Pat.
Yeah, Growing Up with I Spit on Your Grave. Actually, it's on Tubi. That's where I saw it.
Tubi.
That's right.
Yeah, it's really good. It's very interesting.
That's right. Nice. Very nice. I guess am I next? Sorry guys. I guess
yes, you are. Yeah, we're gonna go
Numero Quattro. Back in 2013, I got on my list. If you haven't seen it, The Green Inferno, directed by Eli Roth. Man.
Whoa.
So in this movie,
I didn't see that one.
Man, really cool stuff in this one, Joe.
There's a scene where you go from like 0 to a fucking 100. And I'm not gonna describe the scene. It's once you get to that scene, the movie just fucking flips on its head, dude. And then you're in for a wild fucking ride after that fact.
At least you said fuck, so I can see that.
What's it called?
It's The Green Inferno. I don't know if it's on. I think I just saw it on Netflix or Prime. I don't know. It's somewhere free. The Green Inferno.
It's a good movie to watch.
Oh, it's good. It's worth a single watch. Like if you get this one under your belt, you won't forget it. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
Once you get to the scene that I'm talking about.
Actually, I just wrote it down. I'm gonna watch it too.
Yeah, I don't want to give that away. What do you think, Brett? Just real quick before you get to yours. The Green Inferno.
It's very effective. It's a hard watch in spots. But,
yeah.
They use the real people in some aspects, which when you guys watch it, they're legitimate people that they use that were part of it, but obviously they weren't real, like bad what they make it out to be. But yeah, watch it for sure. Eli Roth, his stuff's always worth watching, guys. Like,
yeah, he's a sick fuck.
Yes, man. And I remember watching it like, oh, okay, where's the Inferno out? And where's it at? You know, and no, motherfuckers, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all are in store for once you get this shit in. I promise.
Oh,
well, he did a great job with the history of horror. I love that. It was a great series.
Oh, that was a good series. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, and a shout out to him because I didn't put his other movies on any of my on the list. What was it? The other one, the
Hostels. He did
Hostels. Yeah, the Hostels. I
Awesome.
didn't. Those were fucked up, but they didn't make my list at all. Shout out to Eli Roth.
Very good.
Well, number 4, and it's probably one of the only ones that I could probably watch a lot. Just it was so damn effective. Was the remake? Even though the original was good, to The Hills Have Eyes. The remake, Hills Have Eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The family vacationing and running into all the cannibals, the mountain.
The cannibal. Yep.
Very effective. What happens? You know, you got the father. What if you guys have all seen it, right? If I'm going to talk about this.
Yes, sir.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen both.
Ted
Yeah, the
Levine,
original,
you know,
the remake.
Buffalo Bill. They put him on the cross, burn him alive, and just the stuff that happens with the one daughter and actually the two of the daughters. The one of them I met, Vanessa Shaw. What happened with her?
Hey, wait. Was she this great big fat person?
Okay, so I love her
Ted
because
Levine.
you know it's funny you say Vanessa Shaw. You know, shout out to Hocus Pocus 2, but she was in Hocus Pocus, and I had the biggest crush on her, dude. She's the most beautiful woman in the world when I was a kid. Oh my god.
You know, Joe, did I not show the poster? I should show you the poster. I had her sign Ladybugs. That was her first movie. You know, Rodney Dangerfield.
Yes, Ladybugs is amazing.
I'll show you
Dangerfield.
the big post. She put a big personalization on there. I'll find that next week.
Dude, isn't she just great? Like beautiful.
Yeah.
Gosh, dog it.
I forgot.
Just kidding, MB, I love you, Mama. Just never mind. She's just an actress. I'll never meet her. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, The Hills Have Eyes, and you know, The Hills Have Eyes, the remake to the second one, that one's a little brutal too. But it's just not nearly as good of a film. Obviously.
Isn't that with Eliza Dushku?
Eliza Dushku.
Eliza Dushku?
Yeah, I think the douche is in there. I think the douche is in there. Yeah,
a douche coop? Like we're clean their bed?
It's only because she was married to Rick Fox, so she's a douche now.
Foxes and douche coops?
Is that that's that Beach Boys song, My Little Douche Coop?
That if we ever have a topic about meeting some of these any actresses, she's like the number one. I guess.
My little douche coop.
Really?
Yeah. Why, you want me to tell you it right now?
Please, I'm excited.
Tell you what,
bring it on.
I loved her in Bring It On. That was like the one thing that got me hooked on her. I'm like, oh, this girl's awesome. And she was on Buffy. She came to the Wizard World here in Chicago, right? And I used to have a fedora. There's an old fedora that my grandfather wore. So it had peacock feathers and everything on it. So I get up there. She signs my Wrong Turn poster. She's like, that's a real nice lid. I'm like, oh. She's like, can I see it? She takes it, puts it on and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Really bizarre. Then 5 years later, she comes back to the other comic book convention we have her when she was with Rick Fox. She had Rick Fox with her.
Yeah.
My 30th birthday. And I brought it up to her again because I had another thing to get signed. She's like, I remember that. So it's kind of cool. Like Michael was talking about, some of these people remember some of those things. She's like, yeah, you had that hat. You should have worn it again. I'm like, yeah, I totally forgot. But
that is
she's really
awesome.
cool. She's a beautiful person.
I love her to death, dude.
she's good. I liked her.
A1 steak. Just fucking prime steak.
But that was my that was my big crush. And I was like, oh.
Oh, dude, good story, my friend. I love that.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Shit.
Anyways, I'm sorry, Michael. You got to go through number 4.
You're number 4.
So now you guys will figure out that it's not the whole movie that I was thinking when I thought of unsettling. With the rest of them, well, with the exception of one, I was thinking of scenes that were super unsettling for me.
That's fine.
So my number 4 that was kind of like really uncomfortable for me was, I forget which sequel it was, but in Final Destination, that scene where the chick gets trapped in the tanning bed. Like that just made me uncomfortable as a motherfucker, because if you've ever been in one of those, you do feel fucking helpless and shit. Like you couldn't imagine the motherfucker not opening. You'd fry like fucking a burger. It would suck. But so nice and brief, I said the Final Destination with the tanning bed.
Well, I mean, that movie in itself with the fucking plane blowing up and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking unsettling.
The first one where the plate of glass just smashed down on the kid.
Oh yeah, that was part 2.
Yeah.
That was part 2. Yes.
Part 2 is effective.
Yes.
Is that the one that has the big car accident at the beginning?
Yes, that's the car accident one. Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Dude.
Anyways.
My number 3.
Fuck yeah.
Could easily be part 1, but I went with part 2 because part 2 was just worse, I thought, than part 1. And that would be Human Centipede part 2.
Oh, God.
Oh, you fuck! I forgot that series, man.
Are you saying
Son
it's
of a-
unsettling because it's fucking stupid, or are you saying it's unsettling because?
Just some of the subject matter. Oh, it's dumb as all hell. Dumb as all
Okay.
hell. But I'm just saying settling because some of the shit that crazy fuck did because he was like obsessed with the human centipede guy. Remember he was like that guy, that short, chubby guy, and some of the shit he was doing in that. Oh, I was like, ooh, this is just fucking rough to watch.
I agree, dog.
Yeah. I mean, part one was fucked up to begin with. The whole concept. It's like, who the hell was like? Somebody must have been like, what if we sew people's faces to their ass?
It's fucking bullshit.
Let's do that to get this creepy German guy to do it.
That's good.
It's like seriously, that's like who the hell was in that room? But
I mean,
part two was worse, I think, than part one as far as unsettling.
I mean, I think those movies are better than Friday 5. That's just me. I mean,
That was a cheap shot, you motherfucker.
That was a kick in the yams.
I'm just
right
kidding,
there.
brother. I'm just kidding.
Cheap
bro.
shot, bro. Cheap shot.
I'm just kidding.
I got my eye on you, Mr. Sister.
Damn enchiladas.
Damn enchiladas. He's like, who?
Damn enchiladas.
Never mind. No, I'm just kidding, Michael. I love you.
More, bro. But how
where we
dare
at?
you?
Number 3, right? We're on number 3.
Yes, indeedy.
All right. So this one could have been the number 1 spot, but I have to put number 3 because there's a couple of newbies in front of it. But back in 1973, this movie scared the ever living shit out of me, and I'm sure this is on one of y'all's list, if not all of y'all's list. The motherfucking Exorcist, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I didn't have that on my list. No.
So when it comes to unsettling, I remember being a kid and watching this movie in my parents' bedroom for the first time alone in the dark. Needless to say, that was a fucking epic mistake. And I remember hearing noises in the kitchen and not wanting to get up, and I was petrified to leave from that spot until my parents got home. And I just remember all those sounds that have been burned into
And
my
now you've met the great Eileen Dietz that made a lot of those noises.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's like, fuck me, you know, all that shit, you know, all that evil demonic fucking shit had been burned in my brain. And I remember the one that I saw for whatever reason on TV was the spider walk scene when she went walking down the stairs and she got to the bottom and all the blood came flying out her mouth like that. That shit fucked me up, man. And it's still to this day. Shout out to my girlfriend because that's one horror movie she won't let me show her. She won't watch it. She will never watch it.
That's my wife.
Shout out to her. That's like the opposite of a shout out. That's like a what the
respect.
fuck.
It's respect to her because I don't.
My wife is
respect her. It's not a shout out. Jesus Christ! I gotta take this. I'm here.
It's a shout out because she refuses to watch it. So,
My wife. I could get her to watch it, but it has to be in the daylight.
yes.
Like at night, like we'll be like, you know, years ago, it get dark. She'd be like, just pick a movie. And I saw to put on Sushi sees it. She's like, I told you during the day, turn it off. She would watch it at night. That movie scared the shit out of her as a kid.
Absolutely.
When they did that newer version of it too, where they added the scenes back, but they were able to digitize and fix it because that whole spider scene, yeah, you could see the cables when they had done
The
that.
cable.
Yeah. They were able to remove that stuff.
Yeah, I remember the newer version. They added like the little like flashing, like you could see the little statue, and you can see the face, the demon face, and like dark spots. Like they added a lot of that, and I don't think it needed that. But the original man still was.
And what a letdown when they went to part 2. It was like,
oh yeah,
big time letdown.
What was
3
it called?
Had some moments though.
The Heretic.
The Heretic.
Part 3 was actually pretty good.
3 is good. Yes.
Yeah.
3 is
got
good.
one of the best jump scares ever.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But
And
part
then,
2, no.
Fun fact that Jason Patrick's dad is Father Harris.
Yes.
And I remember just being a big fan of that fact and loving both movies. Well, fearing The Exorcist and then loving Lost Boys. It was like that's a weird connection, That's just weird, super weird.
Oh man.
What you got, Brady Ends?
Well, I am. I with you guys. I Spit on Your Grave was number 3 for me. I watched it not too long ago again because I couldn't remember obviously I knew why I thought was brutal about it, but like obviously when the actual physical thing is happening, that was just rough to watch. couldn't have that on with anybody around. My wife had showed me if I was watching it with her around, she'd be like, "Why are you watching this? This is horrible."
You guys should have watched the movie like I did with the volume off. Zit, zit! And 5 minutes at a time. Zit, zit!
But
you know what? I tell my wife, it's a revenge movie though.
It is.
You gotta get to the other stuff, and what she does.
Yes,
that's just as brutal. Actually,
she has no fucking mercy, and for good reason.
Good reasons, absolutely.
Good fucking reason. Yes.
There's no filter there. Nope.
I will say this about the remake: those guys got it fucking bad. If you watch the remake,
yes, I would say yes.
Those guys. I mean, these guys got it. She got these guys in the original, but go back and watch the remake. She fucked those guys up, man.
And
she
you know
really
what?
did.
That's why I hope, Pat, if you and Mike see the second Terrifier movie, because that's going to be a great talk. Whenever.
Yeah.
Stuff that
when is it supposed to start streaming? Because it's not playing anywhere near me. Nowhere.
I don't think they've announced it yet. But...
All right, because I'll see when it streams. But I did look, and it's not playing. I mean, I think the nearest place is like an hour away, and I'm like, I got so much shit going on right now.
Really?
Like,
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of theaters around by us. I think you guys probably do down in Texas too.
So that's wild that you guys bring that up because going in the theme with the scenes, because I was thinking scenes and moments that were disturbing to me. And the Terrifier was on there because of the scene, not the hacksaw scene, but the scene where the dude had to clean up all the shit in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I rarely look away from the screen, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's fucked up.
Hey, but you know what? He got fucked up for cleaning it up.
then Art fucked his ass up. Something fierce.
Oh, yeah.
Who told you to clean that shit up, bitch?
I'm sorry. The best part about Art the Clown is like when he's fucking somebody up and he's like,
he's gonna.
Oh
Jesus!
Oh my God, that is. I remember watching it and I was laughing out loud, like, "Oh, that is fucked up, dude. This guy's awesome."
I just smacked the shit out of my mic. I went fingers.
Because I was like, when he was sitting there killing, he's like.
Hey, but when people walk in on him, he's like.
Yeah,
they both have twisted humor to them. It's just, yeah.
So good.
Oh, good. I'm looking forward to seeing part 2 when I get around to it. But my number 2. Oh, what is my number 2? Oh, my number 2. I think I've mentioned this before. If you guys haven't seen it, go find it. A Serbian film. Have you guys ever seen a Serbian film?
Is that what it's called?
It's called a Serbian film. It's in a different language. It's just most fuck. I don't even know where the concept came up. It's basically, in a nutshell, it's a retired porn star who's out of the business. He's married. He's got a kid, and they try to get him back into the business because he was like a famous star, and he ends up starting doing porn snuff films.
What the fuck?
And it's just fucked up. And then he starts to descend into madness because of what he's doing, and he keeps trying to walk away from it. And then when they bring him back in, the one of the last scenes he does is just the 2 last scenes. Is just like you're like, dude, who the fuck thought this up, man? It is completely fucked up.
I would write that motherfucker down.
When you'll be like, you'll come back like, Pat, you were right, because like. Not to spoil what's going on, but it's like he's having sex with people he's not expected to be having sex with, and what he's having sex with is completely fucked up. So
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just a completely fucked up movie. So
nice.
It's called it's a Serbian film.
Nice. I'll check that out, dude.
Yeah, it's completely messed up. Anybody out there seen it before? They know exactly what I'm talking about.
What you got, Joe?
All right. So we're getting very close to the nitty-gritty. I want the nitty-gritty. Refill, folks. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't have my co-host with me. I have to do it myself.
My wine is empty.
That's so good when it hits your lips. It's so good when it hits your lips.
I am gonna have to pee soon.
Sorry, that's from old school. Sorry.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Will Ferrell.
It hit your lips so good.
Break the tank.
That's right. All right, number 2. Okay, so now this movie has arguably one of the most fucking horrible scenes, in my personal opinion. 2018, the movie Hereditary.
Oh, I know.
Hereditary.
I just want to see which one it was. I'm going to go run and pee, but I know exactly the scene you're talking about.
Yeah, so the scene that I can remember, and there's multiple scenes in this movie where you can pick and say, well, that's fucked up. But the scene that really got everybody's attention and has kind of carried over to everybody's mind frames is the scene where, have you seen Hereditary, Michael?
I have not, but I got it.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, cover your ears real quick.
You got it.
All right. The scene where the sister gets her head knocked the fuck off. Yeah. Okay, Michael, you're good. That scene.
Me. I popped it out. That was hardcore. That was loud as fuck.
That scene. Be careful. That scene really left an imprint in my head, and then as you watch the movie, you realize that it plays a significant part in the storyline. You know, it wasn't just something that was something and insignificant. It was something that really had meaning behind it. And that kind of made it last in my mind even longer. So for me, unsettling moment, movie as a whole, fucking number 2 for me is Hereditary. Fuck, man, that movie's crazy.
It is crazy. And just the concept of it. The twist at the end. But yeah, Mike hasn't seen it. You gotta see it.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat, have you seen Hereditary?
Yes, I did, and I know exactly what scene he was talking about. Am I right?
Yeah.
The little girl,
It'll knock your head off,
so to speak. Did you see the picture of Sean Clark with him in front of he was standing in front of that the telephone pole?
Yeah, be on the lookout for
Sean Clark standing with a pole. Big fucking surprise.
He said pole.
I think the girl's one of his clients now because she was at Horror Hound.
Yeah, I got to meet her at the Houston Horror Film Festival. She was the sweetest thing, and she's pretty. She's beautiful. I like her. She's a lovely girl.
That's awesome. Where are we at? We're at number 2. Is that right?
2.
Numero 2.
There is a film that came out in 2010 called The Last Exorcism. Have you guys seen it?
Oh, yes, sir.
About the documentary filmmakers that are filming a priest's last exorcism?
Yes, sir.
Now, Joe, if you've seen it, I won't. Bottom line, you guys got to watch it because the end of the way this movie ends is so crazy.
Yeah.
Last exorcism.
I'm writing that down. I didn't see that.
It's pretty much documentary. A couple documentary filmmakers filming a priest's last exorcism, and it goes in a direction you would not expect. It's hard to talk about it, but it's worth seeing to see what happens at the end of this film.
Yeah. The ending is crazy.
It is out of this world, but it's something happens that you're just. It's unsettling to me, and I won't ever forget watching it. So,
Joe, bravo! You seem to know a lot of these movies, my friend. Like, bravo, sir. I just forget before I forget to say.
I have a problem, man. I'm addicted.
Hi, I'm Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Addiction. Hi, Joe.
You know, it's hard
Share
to
your
find,
feelings with the group.
It's hard to find people who enjoy stuff like that. You know, like
We have 6 fucks right here.
it's hard, man.
What about those who you got to watch that with?
Nobody.
Oh, Joe, you can come over. We'll plan an exorcist night. Watch it.
Yeah, we'll throw up on each other and fucking.
Now that's a different movie altogether, sir.
Funny story. I've told you guys how I set up the screen in the backyard. Usually, I have like movie night. So my daughter and her friends a couple of years ago, she still likes horror movies. Started to get into the horror movie thing where they wanted to watch scary movies. They're like, Dad, what can we watch? So I said, have you guys seen The Exorcist? And they said, no, we'll watch that. So they're outside in sleeping bags and everything, sitting in the backyard with The Exorcist on.
You bastard.
I'm sitting out there. I'm standing in the back while they're watching it. I'm having a cigar. I'm having a beer, watching. My wife comes out. What are they watching? My wife looks and goes, fuck this. Because I told you it was nighttime. She's like, not having it. She's like, fuck this. And just went right back inside.
I'm out of here.
Wait, the kids.
I'm out. But I get it.
The kids weren't fucking scared.
They were, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm a drunk, but I am a responsible parent. I did tell my daughter. I said, do their parents know they're coming here to watch scary movies? Because I don't want to get any phone calls. You know that Ringhouse guy. He's fucked up. It's bad enough he's got a whole room full of Myers shit. Now he's showing them scary movies.
Oh,
You know, the Outcast.
Patrick,
Yeah.
you sounded like Harold Ramis in Stripes when they go into the army recruit. But we're willing to learn.
But we are willing to learn.
I'm not going to say what they said there.
You mean like flaming?
You mean like
No, but we are willing to learn. Yeah, but that was great. If you could have seen my wife, like, oh, what's going on? She's like, I'm out. Fuck this. She just walked right back in the house. Like, nope, not having any of it. Nope.
Fuck me.
Yeah, that's got to be a rough watch under the influence, or no? I don't know. I got to watch that after we had a few drinks again.
Oh, that's funny.
Brett, did you do number 2?
I did The Last Exorcism.
That's right. I got that
That's
written
the one.
down.
I got that written.
Watch.
Yep, I got some movies to watch.
All right, so mine was still going off of scenes versus entire movies. And one of the most unsettling moments in any movie I've ever seen is in Pet Sematary when he gets his Achilles sliced.
Oh,
you motherfucker. Oh,
yeah, God.
We've talked about
why you gotta bring that up, man?
I have to turn away every time that part comes on because I'm like, oh, fuck me.
Well, Michael, that's a movie though too, because to me the little boy getting it with the truck is. That's
Gage
rough.
getting hit is fucking horrible, man.
That's one of the really first horror movies where they kill a kid. That's like one of the first movies where a kid actually gets killed.
Okay.
I wanted Vanilla Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah.
All I have to say, every time that Achilles gets cut, I turn into like fucking Peter Griffith from Family Guy. I'm like, psst.
Yeah. You're like, what's the use? What's the use?
It's like, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck?
Little Family Guy.
What the fuck?
Oh man. Oh yeah, that is just. Oh my God, that is the worst, man. Oh. And honestly, in the remake too, with John Lithgow, it was just as unsettling.
Yeah.
It was no better.
Very nice.
All right, so
now to the big dogs.
my number one, I was telling somebody about this the other night. I don't know if it was Brady or if it was Joe. I stumbled upon a movie years ago called Senseless.
Oh yeah, we were talking about it, Pat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's most unsettling movie. It's called Senseless. So the theory behind it was like this guy was like he was kidnapped. He worked for like a insurance company that was turning people down for claims, and so they kidnap him in this third world country, and on the internet they broadcast them torturing him. So they're basically saying that he had no feelings. He had no sense of anything for what he was doing. So they little by little took each one of the 5 senses away from him.
Oh, cool.
They took his hearing away. It's fucked up, dude. They took his hearing away. They took his sense of touch away. They took his sense of taste away. And they took his sight away. They took fucking everything away, dude. It's just unsettling as fuck.
Wow.
Yeah,
I thought you were
that.
talking about a movie with Marlon Wayans, Senseless.
No, not
Yeah,
at
the
all.
comedy. That's what we were talking.
This is now. If you Google, that's probably what pops up. Look at Senseless, like horror movie, and basically they and if they came up with like a ransom, they would. So his wife was watching this, like, so they were trying to like come up with a way to get him back because they broadcast this like on the internet, like this is what we're doing to him, Yeah. And they all had masks on. And then there's a twist towards the end that you just did not fucking see coming. So, but I don't want to spoil it. Go watch it. It's a fucked up movie.
Looking forward to it.
No, for the comedy one that I mentioned, Brad Dourif is actually in that movie, Senseless, with Marlon Wayans.
Is it David Spade? No.
David Spade is in it. He Brad Dourif is the doctor who gives him the shit. He injects him with I will check the scary version out there, Patrick. Now, because
yes, yeah, it's really unsettling. And the way they take away each sense is just it's just like your worst fucking nightmare.
I will do that, my friend. I like those little bonus ones. I've never heard of it before, so that's really good. I like this shit. I love that.
Sorry, sick fuck. That's hi, I'm Pat. I'm a sick fuck.
So,
bravo, sir.
Very good.
I think I got you beat, though, my friend. I'm sorry, but I got you beat. But go ahead.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I have to preface my number one. It's a twofer, of course, for number one. I have some honorable mentions, and then I have a non-horror one that I think you guys, this movie is a must that you have to see after this is all said and done, but I'll get to that at the end. But my number one just goes into the fact that this is fresh meat This is newly ingrained into my head. Number 1 takes the top spot. Terrifier 2.
Wow,
Hey!
look at that.
Cool.
Yes.
I
And
hope so.
the two for I mentioned was I put 2 and then and 1 because I felt like 2 is better than 1 now moving forward. I'm just gonna say
Oh,
that.
that's great news. That's great
I'm
news.
just gonna say that. I'm just saying that. I don't want to give too much away,
Thank you.
but the fact that it was in theaters here, I took MB, and she was like, even she got a kick out of it, but how crazy it
How
was.
fucked up it was.
Yes. And just we've been for the past like 24 hours, we've been doing this to each other.
Yep. Or I was doing the thing with the sunglasses. Never mind.
Yeah. I can't like
Sunglasses. Yeah,
when
with
a movie makes you do something like that, that movie it's good. So you guys gotta watch. I can't wait to have y'all's opinions on it. But,
Cool.
Terrifier 2,
I look
number
forward
1.
to it.
Yes.
Just to jump in quick, I have to say this, and from what I saw online, I think the next one is going to be a feature film because it did pretty fucking well at the box office this weekend for a crowdfunded for a limited release. From what I'm hearing, dude, it did pretty fucking well. So maybe it'll wake up some studio to say, you know what, let's put some money into this.
Let me just put this into perspective for you. We went to the theater. There wasn't that many there, but I took a snapshot mentally when we got in there, and when we left, there wasn't that many people left behind. Some people left the theater during the movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joe, I ran
Yes.
into people that I've seen at horror conventions that I had met from this. They're like, "Do I know you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen you at Days of the Dead. I've seen you at Flashback." So, yeah, all the hardcore fans came out.
And I was telling my daughter about it too because she likes to watch horror
Yes.
movies. Actually, she's going to see Halloween Ends with me this week, and I told her, I said, "Oh, did you see the Terrifier 2?" She's like, we turned it off when they started sawing the girl in half.
Yeah, check out. Put up Dave's comment. Check out Dave.
Oh,
Hey,
Dave,
what's
what's
up,
up?
Dave? Yeah, man.
Read it. What's it say?
Terrifier
Funniest
2.
movie I've ever seen.
And you know what? We were talking about Scream Queens. The girl, I fell in love with the girl.
Oh, she is a
She's like one of my
contender.
top. Yeah,
She's the contender in the game now.
I don't know what she does because I haven't seen it, but man, she's
Gorgeous,
cute as hell.
too.
She's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, I
Gorgeous.
definitely want to see it. Cool.
I couldn't stop talking about her.
Yeah,
Nice.
Mr. Brett, what do you got, my friend?
What you got there?
One.
We talked about this film. I don't even think you could watch it anywhere now. It's that bad. But they played it at Flashback 15 years ago. One of our top lists we talked about it. It's a movie called Chaos.
I remember you mentioning it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to write that down.
Sylvester Stallone's late son was in it. It's about two girls looking for drugs to go to a rave. And they stumble upon some of the meanest guys that do the worst things to them possible. The movie was banned almost everywhere. It is incredibly gruesome to watch. I will never watch it again. It's very rough to watch what they do.
So I have a lot of your guys'. I wrote them all down that I need to watch. So what kind of week is this going to be for me if I watch all these movies in the same week? Chaos, Senseless, Last Exorcism, Green Inferno, a Serbian movie, or a Serbian film, and Hereditary. Is that going to be a good week?
You might come back with limbs missing or something. I don't know.
I look forward to it.
I think you're gonna come back looking like the Kurgan from Highlander.
You know, I'm gonna give a runners up because it's not. It was just it affected me when I saw it in the theater. Was the first Paranormal Activity movie?
Oh yeah.
When I saw it, I came home and I had all the lights on. I went to bed with the lights on. It affected me so much.
Oh,
weird.
Yeah. It really got to me.
Brett, it is very big of you to admit that, my friend.
Oh. I cuddled up next to my bozo stuffy, and I was just
But this number one of mine. Did you go? You went, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, it was Chaos. Yeah.
So, I can't laugh at you too much because this number one of mine was the most unsettling hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes of my life. And when I was thinking about it, a lot of these, like I said, were scenes because like there were moments that stand out in my head. It's like, oh my God. And you just want to, the whole time that those scenes are going on. But this movie, the entire time it felt like I was just I didn't want to be anywhere near the screen was Halloween 3. Amazing!
Hey, fucking hit him with that, Patrick. Hit him with that shit, Patrick. Hit him.
I'm the winner.
Nah,
The most
fuck that.
unbearable, unsettling.
Thank you. Right. Thank you, Pat.
Are you
Appreciate
done?
you.
I'm
Oh,
so
I'm just getting warmed up.
glad I got to go last. They saved the best for last. They say that all the time. And yes, I got the crowning moment. The most unbearable, unsettling film of all time. Halloween 3.
Hey, just when I thought you couldn't get any dumber.
Yeah, you do like the guy from Billy Madison. Remember, he says all that stuff, but simple wrong would have been fine.
He's like, everything you said did not come close to anything that could
Oh,
be
shut up.
a
Nice.
reasonable answer. May God have mercy on your soul.
We are all dumber now for having listened to your last one. I'm gonna buy myself a cake that says congratulations, Mike.
There, fist bump there.
Best moment in internet history because you nailed it. Nailed it.
Oh my God.
No, would have been fine.
He's like, everybody in this room is now dumber.
Screw you guys. I'm going. Wait, I have.
See you guys and get him.
Oh fuck, man. That was good shit, dude.
Nice. What a great list. And I got so much homework to do. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, real quick.
Yes, actually, Dave, we did. That was on my. I had it on the list. Joe had it, and so did Brett. And the original, not the remake. Although I will say the remake, those guys got fucked up in the remake.
Mike, did you put that on your list because three of us had that on there?
No, I Spit on Your Grave, Last House on the Left, like all the I Spit on Your Graves. I got all of them. I got all the Last House on the Left movies. I like those movies. They're fun. They don't bother me at all. They're not unsettling. They're just because to me, like the shock value of a movie is great. To me, if I was to make a horror movie, like the first thought that comes through my head is like child abduction and rape and shit like that. Just the most terrible, real, true to life, horrible things that could happen. So it's almost like when I see that stuff, I go, bravo, my hat's off to you. Because I'm also a big fan as a musician. I'm a big fan of going against the grain and fighting censorship and shit like that. And those movies, they bring into mainstream, they're groundbreaking with what's allowed in culture with certain ratings and things like that. And I have too much respect for those movies to be unsettled by them. I guess I just watch them a little different.
Makes sense.
That.
You got a good way to divide it. Is
for sure.
Kind of what I'm getting.
I have
real disturbing.
Before we move on to the next topic, I just want to give some love to 2 honorable mentions and then 1 non-horror film.
Did you say Halloween 3 too as an honorable mention?
Not even close. I know 2 honorable mentions in the horror realm. Midsummer. If you haven't seen Midsummer, 2019.
You're right, man.
Midsummer's good. And lastly, for all you Justin Long fans out there, because I just saw Barbarian. This reminded me of a movie I saw him in. It's called Tusk. Tusk in 2014. Tusk is pretty. It's kind of like the Human Centipede in a way. But it's a different. Eat. It's a different take, but Tusk is gnarly. Okay. My non-horror movie that is very, very unsettling. There's a scene, Michael. You were talking about scenes. Have any of y'all seen with Viggo Mortensen as a star, Eastern Promises?
Oh, that's I forgot the director's name. He's done a handful.
Yeah, Eastern Promises. There's a scene in the beginning of the film where a guy, he's getting clean shave. You know that old school where they use the blade?
The straight razor?
The straight razor. And this fucking guy comes up, grabs his head, and starts fucking cutting into his fucking neck.
Cool.
Fucking gnarly, dude. It's one of the best scenes ever.
Cool.
And I'm like, this is the beginning of the fucking movie. You're like, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't ever want to have a clean shave ever in my life again. I don't want to be in that vulnerable position ever, having a beard and shit. That's why I have a beard, because of that movie. I'll never fucking shave again because of that fucking movie. So check that shit out. Eastern Promises. Eastern Promises is gnarly.
Well, fantastic. Just in case we don't get another chance to move on, I would like to cover the one thing I would love to get accomplished this evening, gang.
We will. We got time. I'm not going anywhere, so it's up to you guys. You guys want to do a quick review of Nightmare on Elm Street, and then we'll talk about some tatas?
One of the best movies ever. Fucking
however you all want to do it.
And that just breaks my heart that my week was busy. Obviously, you guys know why, but I was so looking forward to putting a really good intro of Boobs together, and I just never got around to it. I was pissed. I might just do it just for fuck's sake next week if I have the time. I'm like, how can I do this? I got to figure out a way to get boobies in there without it showing nudity. So I had some ideas.
Cool stuff, Joe.
Oh, here we go.
I'm ready for the review. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
The kids of Elm Street don't know it yet, but something is coming to get them.
There's something out there, isn't there?
No one knows where it came from or who it will visit next.
Nancy? There's something wrong with you. You're imagining things.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
No.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
She's the only one who can stop it. If she fails,
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
no one will survive. From Wes Craven, director of The Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left, a new masterpiece in fantasy terror, Nightmare on Elm Street.
How exciting.
Tina. Oh, wrong film. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very nice. Tina?
Billy?
Say it again.
And then she speaks fluent fucking English, just ready for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, dickhead's here.
Hey, what's up, big fella?
Oh, what the hell? There we go.
Yeah, Nightmare 84.
Nancy. No running in the hallways, Nancy.
I got a booger hanging.
I'll go because I can tell you I remember the first time we watched it because it was the days of VHS and the video stores. I remember my cousin lived like 2 blocks away, and we grew up like brothers. We were like a couple months apart, and we used to try to get all these creepy movies. I remember bringing home Faces of Death. I remember bringing home Phantasm, and I remember like it was yesterday bringing home Nightmare on Elm Street the first time, and we're watching it in his house, and we were like, "Wow, this is fucking awesome freaking movie." I mean, we had no idea what it was about. We just saw it like, oh, it was like a buzz about, oh, you got to go see this movie or whatever. We only had one theater in town. It was like a 4-screen theater, and they didn't even play it when it first came out. I don't know why, but I remember watching it, and the sound of the knives against the walls and the metal, that fucking squeaking sound, because most people just hate that sound, like especially when you nails on a chalkboard sound. That. So seeing that and the body bag scene, I was actually going to put that in there too. I should have instead of Tina's death, but the body bag, that fucking creeped the shit out of me, because how many times I've fallen this, because you figure at the time, 84. So now I wasn't in high school yet. I was like 7th, 8th grade. I mean, I could vividly remember how many times I got smacked in the back of the head because I was in Catholic school. Yeah. And falling asleep. And, could you imagine falling asleep and just dreaming that? Like when you're in your fucking class and shit. It just, crazy shit. Great premise. I mean, you guys got to remember, for those that are younger than me, this was like groundbreaking seeing Freddy Krueger, because at the time, you had Jason. Jason was not huge in 84. It wasn't, it was popular. Halloween was popular, but it was nowhere near the way it is now, back then. That's what I actually, if you guys watched the 2600 review I did over the weekend, the collectible spotlight. When it came out, you guys got to remember, like we're looking at Halloween, we're looking at Nightmare on Elm Street, we're looking at these franchises as iconic. At the time, they weren't.
Yeah, there wasn't merchandising.
There was no merchandising, there was no internet, so there was like no saturation, so it wasn't as big, so you didn't know a lot about Nightmare on Elm Street. We just heard how cool it was, and we watched it, and we were instantly drawn into this guy with the fucking knife. We're like, dude, the guy's got knives for fingers? How fucked up is that? I mean, that is crazy, nightmarish shit. And he's in your dreams? I'm like, dude, that is messed up. But long story short, I remember watching it the first time. Great movie, very entertaining, great kills. You got to love. One thing I love about the first one versus the other one is he was scary.
Yeah, there was not really any humor to it.
There was no humor. He was scary when you first saw the first one. The rest of them, he started throwing the one-liners in, sort of like Chucky. You throw the one-liners in, yeah, haha, you laugh, but I don't want one-liners. I want scary. And the first one, he was fucking scary, man, because you were like, wow, holy shit. One of the best scenes, the friggin' scene when Nancy's trying to run up the stairs and it's like stepping in pudding. Oh,
yeah.
That's like nightmare shit, because everybody's had nightmares where they're trying to run from somebody and something's stopping them from running.
Yep. And
you can't get away. I mean, especially when you were younger as a kid, that fucking used to freak me out. So, but for me, it was just groundbreaking at the time. It's a fun watch. It's to this day I can put it on and still enjoy every minute of it because it's still an entertaining film.
Amen.
And and one of my favorite actors is in it too. I love John Saxon. I love John
great.
Saxon. Everything he's done. One of my favorite movies is Black Christmas. I mean, anything with John Saxon, sign me up. I mean, rest in peace. He died, 2 years ago?
He's a man's man.
About 2 years ago he passed away. Oh, killed me. Because what a fucking great guy, man. And, but for me, Nightmare on Elm Street, I'm sorry, man. That is a solid 9.5.
Very nice. 9.5.
Solid 9.5.
Just when I thought you couldn't get any sexier.
Yes. Anybody says anything less, I'll be like the fucking. But put him up. Put him up. Put him up. Put him up.
Put him up. Put him up. All right. Who wants next? Who wants to stab at it?
Dude, we just had a serious lack of Freddy and Jason in the cinemas. Well, you know what? Next year,
with Jason.
We're supposed to get a Jason movie next year. I don't know if you didn't know that, dickhead. They said that's coming out next year.
Oh, trust me, he knows.
He knows.
He's on top of the news.
Hey, dickhead is. He's in it. Let's put it that way. He is. He's one of us, if not more so.
Well, when I come out there for the festivities, I guess I'll get to meet Dickhead.
I hope so. Hopefully they make it out. I'm assuming they will. It's a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Who wants to go next? Who wants to stab?
Just so you know, we got did I tell you guys we have a new addition to the festivities?
Yeah, she did tell me. I don't know if you told the rest of the gang.
I don't like being not kept out of the loop there, Michael.
We talked about it the other night, I think, right?
The lead singer of the Runaways, Miss Sherry Curry or something like that.
Sherry Curry.
Yeah, she will be there.
Who?
The singer from the Runaways, the Cherry Bomb herself.
Oh. So are we gonna get to? So you got to learn Cherry Bomb, dude. Well, fucking jam it. You can sing it.
That'll take 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Yeah. Neither of us look like Lita Ford, or Joan Jett, so.
I don't know. Shave the beard, keep a little 5 o'clock shadow. I might look like Lita Ford a little bit.
That's actually a good movie. The Runaways movie. Go watch the Runaways movie. Good movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's actually more like good. Scout Taylor Compton she was Lita Ford.
So let me do my review of Nightmare on Elm Street if you don't mind, because I got to run to the fridge. But if you guys are cool, I'll throw mine in. So the thing with me is that the first one I saw was part 4 in the theater, and that was kind of my introduction to Freddy for the most part. And so that would have made me like 6 or 7, maybe something like that. And Nightmare on Elm Street was always way in the shadow of Halloween for me. But when I got into like part 3, which I personally think is the best one.
Next to 1, that's my favorite.
Yeah, but part 3 and part 4, I loved part 4. I loved part 5. Like, I thought they were the most clever ideas. But as I revisit part 1 throughout the years, like, that movie gets better and better every time I watch it.
It's such a good movie, man.
Like, it does not disappoint ever, and it just, every time I watch it I get a different feel. Like, last time I watched it, I was sympathizing for the dude that got put in jail wrongfully, because I'm like, now that I'm older, I know what that motherfucker's situation is like. That shit happens to me all the time. Getting blamed for shit I didn't have a fucking thing to do with, but because I look like a bastard with the tattoos, everybody immediately just assumes I'm the turd, right? So, like, I see that guy going through that, and I'm like, oh, you poor bastard. And then as we go to the conventions, and I met Amanda Weiss, that was a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, meeting her, she is a gorgeous lady, and even to this day, my friends, she is stunning.
She has held up well. She's still beautiful.
My
Very
God.
well.
And Heather Langenkamp looks amazing still to this day. Like, these are very beautiful people. And John Saxon, I had the privilege of meeting him before he passed away.
Oh, I would love to have met him. Oh,
Yeah, he was great. I met him with my son when he was like 2, maybe 3 or 4, But he was a super nice guy. Took pictures with us, even though he was supposed to be charging. He said, "Oh, don't worry about it," and didn't charge us. And took a picture with me and my son. And he was a great guy. And of course, Enter the Dragon with John Saxon. I mean, Jesus Christ.
not to interrupt, guys. Go back and look up, if you can see it on YouTube or what other places, when John Saxon, he played like this robot. And if you guys remember the $6 Million Man.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he played like this indestructible robot, like a pre-Terminator type thing that was kicking the fuck out of Lee Majors. Great. Go back and look that up, man. It was awesome.
It just adds to the legend.
Yes. My apologies. I just had to throw that out there. Mr. John Saxon, rest in peace.
Yeah, he's amazing. And then, oh my God, I mean, you got Johnny Depp, for Christ's sake. Like, that's
First
huge.
First movie.
Yeah, that's huge. You got
Huge.
all the soundtrack is phenomenal.
Huge.
And there's so much going on in the movie that if you go back and like go on Spotify and just play the soundtrack, like I do at the horror shop, I have a horror and pins playlist that goes on throughout the shop with like old horror theme music and stuff like that. And when Nightmare on Elm Street comes on, you're like, it gets cooler every time. Like, it's not just your basic music. It's got all kinds of extra shit to it. And it's really exciting music. And Robert Englund, he's the greatest guy you'll ever meet in your life if you get the privilege to. And just what he did for that movie, because it was supposed to be a non-speaking role. And it was just one of the things that make aspiring actors think, maybe I should go above and beyond when I go do this audition, because Robert Englund like became Freddy because he jumped on the table and started talking, and it wasn't even a speaking role. But you know, there's just so many dynamics, and of course the late great Wes Craven. I mean, I could go on, but I give Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1 a solid 9, my friend. 9.
Solid 9.
Nothing wrong with that.
You want me to go, Joe?
The floor is yours, my friend. The floor is yours.
Well, yeah, I remember seeing it clear as day the first time I saw it, because that opening scene with him creating his glove, I think that is so effective. And a lot of people don't really talk about it much, but
true.
I think it is so cool when you see how that's all done. And my brother was a big fan of V, and Robert Englund did that show. And
V was a great. I used to love that show.
And I think really that helped him get this role. And V is something else, because he's like the alien, but he's a good alien.
He's a good alien. Yeah, great show. For those who don't remember, that's my 10 frame V. And at the time, it was what the hell was the guy's name? What was the guy's? He was Beastmaster. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the atmosphere of that first Elm Street movie, and it's dark. It's dark. There's no humor to it. You know, when the arms extend out, that whole scene with Freddy in the street with the arms extending out still creeps me out to this day.
Is God.
Yeah. You don't see him too well in scenes, which I thought that made it very effective. And,
I wish I would have seen it though before I knew Freddy was a humorous character. You guys have a huge advantage over me because it would be a phenomenal movie to see it without thinking of Freddy as a humorous guy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And New Line Cinema, that movie pretty much kept them from going bankrupt. Research it a little bit.
Yeah.
They say New Line was the house that Freddy built, which is kind of cool to see that as a concept. And at that time, what I always think of that movie too is waterbeds, because waterbeds, you don't really hear about waterbeds anymore. I don't even know if they make them, but
I had one.
My uncle had one, and I always think of that film, obviously, because of waterbeds.
Yeah.
And it's got our favorite in it, Lynn Shay.
Yeah.
Kingpin.
I love her so much.
She's the best.
It's only one scene, right? As a teacher, right?
She's a teacher.
She's a teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Robert Shay's sister. That's how she got the role. That's how she got the role.
Yeah, I give it a solid 9.
Good
Very
job.
nice. Very nice.
Score.
Man, is it? Am I the last of the Mohicans? Am I the
You are the last of the Mohicans.
No, I have to kind of put this in the what I call the holy trinity of horror movies, because you got the Halloween, you got Friday the 13th, and then you have A Nightmare on Elm Street, which I have displayed behind me because I'm not much of a poster guy, but I have the 3, 1, 2, and 3 right here. That kind of shows you how much this movie means to me in terms of just it has had a lasting effect on me as a person. I go by this fucking name, the Over-Caffeinated Collector. Reason being, I developed a kind of a love and passion for coffee at an early age because I was afraid to go to fucking sleep. That is a true story. And Freddie instilled that fear in me that, bad things happen when you go to sleep. I remember being that pain in the ass kid, and my parents my mom mostly had to deal with me not wanting to go to bed and always having an excuse to not go to bed. I remember being that kid. That's what this fucking movie did to me.
Here's a question, Joe. Since you're the youngest of the bunch, did you see part 1 first or one of the other movies?
Yeah, I remember watching the first one. I remember.
Lucky.
Well, it's just because, I always stumbled upon things on my own. I was that curious kid. When people were watching stuff, I would like, hey, can I watch? Can I get in there? And, I was always, because my mom was more of like I wouldn't say a partier, but we would go and visit a lot of different people's houses and hang out with other kids. And there would be more older kids watching movies. And I would try to get in there and watch them. I would be fascinated by these movies that were, on the TV. And I remember watching this and not knowing what it was, but being fucking terrified, that he came after you in your dreams. And, he was killing these young kids, and these kids were older than me. And I remember just being like, I have no chance against Freddy. You know what I mean? Like, I have no chance. And I remember being so happy at the end when, Nancy, she set it all up and she kicked his ass. And she made it okay. She made it okay after the movie. Like, oh, no, Nancy did it. I can do it too. So, after that, after the first one, just like I said, the dark tone and all that stuff, it's just a joyride after that. It's fun after that. You know what Freddy's all about, and he's going to go around and kick some ass and tell some jokes along the way. So, yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, man. Fuck.
Well, you give it, brother?
I mean, it's the Holy Trinity, so it has to be a 10. It has to be.
Nice.
It has to be a 10.
I'm not going to. Nobody's here to even argue with you.
Yeah,
and I think Michael will tell you this too. H45, we could go to the house. It's right in that area.
Yeah, right there.
There. Yeah.
And it ties into Halloween because the original house was the interior was the secondary scenes from the TV cut.
Did you know when I met Robert England, I was showing him pictures of the collection, of the Halloween collection. And he did to me this. He said, back in '78 when they were filming the movie, I was part of the team that was running around collecting the leaves and bagging up the leaves. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! Like,
how cool is that?
That's such a sweet tie-in.
Did you have him sign your poster because of that?
No, I don't think that would count, but that would be cool if I could talk myself into it because that would be great.
Top 5 Freddy kills. Johnny Depp in the bed is definitely one of my favorite. No, that's actually a really good idea. We should do that. Top 5 Freddy kills.
If we're gonna be hitting the other,
Want to do that next week?
I'm up for that.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
we haven't done anyone top kills.
We can actually we did Halloween top 5 kills, but we can do Freddy, and next week we can just and we can just continue with the franchise and do a review of Freddy Part 2, and just do our top 5 Freddy kills. I could do that.
Man, because Freddy 2's kind of grown on me now. I've grown to like that one a lot.
I've grown a little bit more of an appreciation of it over the years.
I gotta show y'all this.
And one person I do love in this movie that doesn't get a lot of love is Ronnie Blakely, the mom. If you guys, I'm a big.
She's great.
If you guys know, I'm a big fan of Twilight Zone, but I'm a huge fan of Tales from the Dark Side, and she made one of my favorite episodes of Tales from the Dark Side. Go back and watch it.
Is that artwork, Joe?
Yeah, I have this hanging right here in my little workstation, and this is some work art that I found, and I just love it. Look at that shit.
That's really cool. Is it like a local artist or something?
Yeah. So I can't remember who it was, but it's something that I have and I see. I walk by it.
It looks like one of those ones that, like, it gets light to it. It looks even better.
Yeah, it's real cool, man. I had to show it because I was looking right at it. I was like, I gotta show it.
Too sweet. So we're making decent time. If you guys want to go into our last subject, that'd be great. I just say that because my phone's starting to get at 17%, and unfortunately, my computer's not logging on, so that's what I'm using. But
well, yes, we can go. I could, like I said, guys, you guys, the three boys know my situation for this week. I was so looking forward to doing an intro for Boobies.
Would you like to save it for next week?
I might have to make it if I get some time this week because I was so disappointed. I'm like, oh God, I wanted a fucking Boobie intro. But we're gonna do it anyway because let's do it, and I'll surprise everybody with something cool.
Michael, go get a charger, bro. We have to do this tonight. I've been waiting for this.
All right,
we might have an extra, because with Halloween ends coming up, we might be pretty busy next week.
Yeah, we gotta get.
It's gonna be a busy week. Yeah,
I know there's a lot of meat on this fucking bone, man. We gotta get this in.
And I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's choices because I labored over mine to pick the top 5. I really did because I'm like, man, because we're guys. We're big fans of boobs. Who's not a fan of boobs? Huge fan of boobs. So I whittled it down to my favorite 5. So I'm looking forward to hearing everybody else's choices. I'll wait for the man to get back because he's got to be here for the big reveal. I might have to pee again though, but I'll wait till.
Hey, I think we should. Hey, do you have time to put your?
You should go, Pat. I'm going to ask Joe about something from Terrifier.
Oh yeah. Y'all get the hell out of here.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you guys talk, and I'm not gonna go. I won't watch this part because I don't want to spoil it. But I'm gonna go I'm gonna go tinkle.
Yeah. And Joe, and our subject and what we're talking about, I was really hoping we would have seen that. But we had a glimpse in the shower. We had a glimpse in the shower,
dude. I felt kind of bad and selfish in the moment when we were watching it because MB and me, like, she was tired and I was like, please, can we please go see this because we had such a busy weekend. And she was a trooper. She went through it, and I was like, oh, by the way, it's 2.5 hours. And she was like, dude, she's like, you're only here. I'm only here because I love you. And I was like, dude, watch it with her and see not only my reaction, but like her reaction, it made the whole movie even that much better to me, man.
Joe, it didn't even feel like that long. It's moving.
It is. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Didn't you love the little sidekick? Cool. The little sidekick? With the little ponytail? I think she's
pretty effective. Yeah.
Yes.
Very effective. And you know what? That's in the trailer. We should not. There's that part.
Yeah. In the trailer. Nah, they're not gonna go back and watch this shit. I was so excited to talk to you about it because I was like, fucking shit.
I should have messaged you. I'd be like, dude, let's talk about it. But
it's okay. Nah.
I didn't realize Daniel LaRusso's the kid that played Daniel's son in Cobra Kai's in it. Did you see that on IMDb?
Oh, I did not know that. I have not.
But the only kid that would be like that is the main kid. It didn't even look like him.
No, I didn't think so. No, I had no idea.
Yeah, if you're searching on IMDb, look at that. I'm like, he was in that?
I didn't know that. I thought I can't remember what actor he reminds me of. There's a certain actor that acts very similar to the way he was acting. Like he had this dough, like It wasn't me. Honest. It was, he had this thing about him that I was like, I've seen that before. I don't know who the fuck it is.
Joe, I'm going to be in the hunt for the sunflower glasses, though. I am on the hunt.
Oh, dude. Yes. Or the hey.
Well, dickhead, it's fully revealed boobs. Or it's really, I mean, if you guys want to, yeah, it's everybody's particular flavor. I just did the actress. And of course, I'm going to tell you the movie that inspired the choice.
Yeah.
And I guess you guys, since Michael and I walked out of the room, they were doing a little Terrifier 2 spoiler.
Hey,
I got to include.
Shh, Dave.
So I'm assuming this is it. Yeah, so we didn't hear that. I do want to break in. I forgot about this. Since last week's reveal, where I got the cartridge and I did my spotlight on the 2600 cartridge, did you see that one popped up on eBay this week? I put it in the chat.
Yes, you sent me the link.
Oh.
And it's already gone.
Oh.
It's already gone. It was up there for $5,000.
Damn. And it wasn't graded or nothing?
Smack my ass and call me Judy.
Actually, well, I think it was. No, it wasn't graded. It wasn't graded, was it? I don't think so.
That very thing.
Hold on.
Well, you guys would have saw me on back of milk cartons because my wife would have.
Have you seen this face?
Go on. Somebody spent $5,000 on a game.
Oh my god.
That was actually this was my longest episode. It was like 20 some odd minutes. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved every second of it, dude. It was gnarly.
Thanks,
dude,
buddy.
You're kicking ass with those. Keep on going, man.
Yeah.
I you know they are time consuming, but I do them at night. Usually when everybody's asleep, and I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
You're gonna make a lot of people go out there and dust them bad boys off and play them. That's what you're.
So this one sold for no, I thought it was $5,000. It sold for $6,000.
Aye.
Oh, it doesn't go with me.
And it was it graded? Authentic copy. This is was it video games? No, it wasn't graded. No, it wasn't graded.
$6,000.
Says for $6,000.
Hey, and God forbid that was a fucking fake.
Oh no, you can tell.
I hope. Well, not until you get that bitch in the mail.
Well, for those that don't know, well, I tried to show you guys everything you can to tell whether it's real or not.
I'm off tomorrow.
So if you guys, I'm looking at it now. This person, the only thing that they didn't show on here, they do show the box and the inside. It looks pretty legit.
You know it's Joe.
Hey.
Hi,
She's
puppy.
growling, it's Joe.
Hey, you and the dog have the same hairdo.
I can't find those glasses, Joe.
Dickhead, you got 2 clothed and 3 fully revealed. Yeah, throw them out there. Let's see them.
Dickhead.
I'm game.
Michael.
Yes, sir. I am ready for this.
Are you ready, Michael?
You guys want to just work our way around like we are? I can tell you right now. Where's my list? Number 5.
Hey, y'all want to see some fucking boobies? You perverts, feast your eyes on these.
Ooh, dear diary. Today started like a normal day.
Is it wrong that it just moved?
Hey, if we're talking about boobs, we gotta let the viewers know that we're not those guys. We're doing this in good taste. We're paying love and respect to the most beautiful things ever created.
Show mine, but the thing is, all those Seinfeld fans out there, I need to wear a bro or a man's ear.
Man's ear, bro, man's ear.
I think you're right, Joe. I would like to taste all of these as well. To be honest with you, looking at the list. Is that what you said?
Play along. Yeah, throw them in there, dickhead. Throw them in little at a time. So I'll go.
Similar ones or smaller ones?
So
see, there's got to be criteria here.
My number 5. I know Michael will appreciate this. I was thinking of you when I threw this on the list, and I said, you know what? And I went back and rewatched the scene just to make sure. My number 5, and I had to look up her name just so I could say.
I could guess. I could totally guess this. Go ahead.
Throw it out there.
Creepshow 2.
Bastard!
Is it?
Yeah! Her name was Paige Hannah. Creepshow 2, The Raft.
Oh yeah, what a classic.
Because I'm a sick fuck, dude. They would have that thing would have been grabbing her head, and I'd be like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm all over these tits. Till they cover the tits, I'm staying right here. Yep, it's funny. You know exactly where I was going.
She had everything
Good
nice
note.
about her net.
She was
Good note.
beautiful. Beautiful.
And when you think it couldn't get better, she turned over.
Oh, that's where you got to see the real diameter, right?
Good color hue ratio, skin
and
to
the thing
nip
is, like,
ratio.
My criteria is not like, they don't have to be huge.
We're gonna get fucking
They just need to be
canceled.
nice. They need to be beautiful and nice. Like out here is not necessarily nice.
With some great cleavage.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's my number 5. Paige Haniff, The Raft, Creepshow 2.
Bravo.
Yes.
What you got there, Over-Caffeinated?
All right, my friend. Well, not to mention, I always love the fact that I have honorable mentions, so we're gonna have more after this.
I do have some honorable mentions. We can talk about it after the fact.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Who doesn't?
But my number 5, she had the honor of being.
Wait. Is MBH right here listening to this?
No, my honey bunny is not right in person, so I'm gonna get away with this temporarily until she's watching.
I was waiting to see your hand go.
I won't get hit. I won't get hit until later, so I'm just gonna go with it, bro. I'm going all in, guys. I'm going. I'm doing this for the viewers and you guys. I'm doing this for you guys. But number 5, she had the. She was actually fortunate enough to be in our Scream Queen Showdown. We had mentioned her past couple weeks. Miss Jennifer Love Hewitt from I Know What You Did Last Summer back in '97.
Yes. Oh, God.
She was one that never truly showed them, but that's why I think I appreciated them even more.
Those you don't need to see. You're just like, I just will worship at the altar.
You just need to envision them and imagine. Imagination is very strong, guys.
I've told this story over years that how many times have I just turn on the Ghost Whisperer and the wife walks in, she's like, "Oh, you watch nothing, click."
Nothing, click.
Did you ever see?
Were you watching the Ghost Whisperer? I'm like, no, I was just changing channels.
You say Maxim?
Her first Maxim issue was awesome.
Oh, yes.
One of the most. She has not even her assets. One of the most beautiful smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares?
I fell in love with her when I first saw Can't Hardly Wait, and then she did I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it just cemented my love for her as a young
cemented.
Man. She said cemented.
Yeah, hard as cement. Get you.
Brady Ends, is your wife in your earshot?
No, thank God the door's closed.
Get out right now.
Mine aren't as good as these. Anyway, Natasha Henstridge, Species. I still think
Species, yes.
Oh.
Ooh, what is it? I don't think I've seen this one.
Never saw Species?
Okay. Oh, my Lord.
You're missing out.
Are we full blown exposed and ready to roll, or what?
Okay, hold on, wait.
No, not lower frontal, but rear and top.
Hold on.
Topless.
Damn it, Brett. I have to break the news because my list got ultimately spoiled. I have to use one of my honorable mentions as my number 1 pick because you just took my number 1, my friend. She's from Species, bro. You took my number 1. And I thought I was going to have the sleeper. I was like, oh, my God.
I'm so sorry, Joe.
Bastard!
No, that means you have good taste, my friend.
Look, Dick Kid threw number 5, his number 5, Jessica Biel and TCM remake. You don't see them, but they look great. I agree. If there was ever the sexiest sweaty boobs, it's those.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe.
Good choice, my friend.
You better half.
Oh, no!
And then she threw. How cool is she? She threw this in there too. He won't get in trouble. How cool is MB?
Oh, that's funny. She's in there watching the whole time.
She's like, motherfucker.
She's one of those 4 viewers.
Hey, I'm gonna wake up. She's gonna be sitting over me in the middle of the night. What was you saying about them titties?
She's gonna walk in and go, you don't need this.
These are the only boobies.
I wasn't putting you on the spot now.
Yeah, these are the only boobies you love, motherfucker. That's it. That's all you do.
Nice.
What do you got? Extra mayo, number 5.
Extra mayo.
Number 5. I got to be honest with you. This is Tubes, but I appreciate the scene too. And I didn't look up her name. Shame on me. But the chick that was sawed in half in the Terrifier.
Oh, she was beautiful.
Oh man, she was a gorgeous chick, and then you forget how hot she is when they're upside down, they look different for some reason.
Right.
But like you watch that movie and you're like, oh man, this chick is hot. She's the one that gets all upside down and cut in half. So I give it to her. I apologize for not knowing her name, but I give it to the Terrifier.
She was at a convention. Oh God, it was one of the outdoor ones I went to during the pandemic, and she was actually there. Oh, I forget what her name was. And you know what? You think she's cute on screen? You should see how pretty she is in person.
Oh, flat rate.
That's half a vote. You have to pick another one because that's half a vote.
Split down the middle.
Spread down the middle. You only get one.
You only get credit for the left tater tot.
Oh shit.
All right, my number 4. Where's my list? If we go back to my number 4. Okay. My number 4 is, we didn't review this movie, but we have to get around to it. If you guys love 80s cheese, there's nothing more cheesier than Chopping Mall. Susie Slater and Chopping Mall. If you guys saw Chopping Mall,
right?
Well, a lot of them show their stuff, but Susie Slater specifically, if you remember the scene where they're all having the party in the furniture store in the mall, and in the middle of it, the girl's like, I need cigarettes. I need my cigarettes. And he's like, oh, really? So she makes him go out into the mall to get a pack of cigarettes. And he's like all pissed. And she's like, hurry. And she takes off her thing and shows these boobs. And I was just like,
a sudden hush falls over the crowd.
Don't worry. We'll wait.
His screen is not.
I'm not frozen.
Buffering at all.
I'm not frozen. Beautiful boobs. Go back and watch Chopping Mall. If you guys didn't know the scene I'm talking about when they're in there, oh. And you also have the lovely Barbara Crampton in there too, which doesn't suck. But that scene specifically, that's my number 4. Susie Slater, beautiful boobs, Chopping Mall.
Boobs, beautiful boobs.
Boobs.
You dogs. We're talking about boobs, you dog.
We're gonna get canceled.
OCC, what do you got? We're down with OCC.
You know me.
Yeah, you know me. All right. I'm down with that new connotation. OCC. Yeah. Like ODB. You know. All that kind of stuff. All right. Let's. Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, y'all gonna like this one. For my number 4, 1987, Miss Stacy Eldon from Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Ooh.
Dream Warrior. Yes. The fucking hot nurse.
Ooh, if I'd have thought about Joey, that might have made the list. Good one.
Joey, remember, he's all like making out with her, and then she's like Freddy's tongue, and then he like ties him up, and you see her sexy. Oh my God, that's a sexy scene right there, guys.
Sexy. Oh, dickheads, watch now for you, Big Joe.
It's a trap, Joe. Don't believe it. That's right.
Oh, it's a trap. It's a trap.
That's a trap. That's right. Isn't that? Don't say that's fucking the Grinch.
Star Wars.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Star Wars. It's a trap.
Oh, the fucking the alien. Yeah.
When they're going in to hit the Death Star to the center of it, it's a trap.
I think even the not Elf, fucking the Grinch, what Jim Carrey says it.
He did it too. Yeah. That was his the little thing. His callback. What do you got, Brady Ends?
I have Chopping Mall on there too, Pat. Just everyone. Barbara Crampton, even the other girl. Yep.
Nice. There you go. See, Brady. Sick minds think alike.
Oh,
very nice. Very nice.
It's very nice.
Don't
it's nice.
Come back soon.
Yes, come back soon.
It's a sexy.
He's like,
wait a minute. I love pepperoni.
It's a sexy time. Very
and the only boobs in that Chopping Mall you didn't see was what the hell was the girl's name? The one from Night of the Comet.
Yeah.
You didn't see her boobs because she was supposed to be the good one, the good girl.
Yeah, you see what she looks like now. Well, I think I showed you guys that picture of her from Flashback.
Oh man,
a little rough.
My wife is not listening. Thank God.
Thank Christ.
A rewind. They're gonna play this shit back. Like, what section? What time are y'all talking about boobies? What time?
Dudes, this number 4 of mine could have been number 1, number 2, number 3. I mean, this is a good scene. It's not the greatest body, but it's such a good scene.
Hey, before you say it, I just want to make a prediction real quick. I know who your number 1 is off the bat. And if I'm right, I get 20% off my next purchase as Michael's Horror and Pinball.
Screw that.
You got it, my friend.
Hey, no, you're number one. Continue. I'm sorry.
You got it.
A dickhead. This was on my short list.
What's it say?
Alexandra Daddario in Texas.
God.
Chainsaw.
Ooh.
Well, you got to watch his True Detective with her.
See, I went with like they had to be exposed, like the full thing. I could have gone a different route with these.
I went
a different list.
I did go fully exposed myself. That's why that's why she was a short list. I'm like, you know what? You really don't see the whole thing. So
Otherwise, yeah, Liza Dushku in Wrong Turn. That's up there.
And it doesn't matter that she said that stupid line right after, where she's like, "Go here, go."
Do you
get
think
cars
cuz
or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, she throws a chainsaw. Do you think cuz? Oh.
I was already done by that point anyway, so she still would have been on the list.
When she said, "Do you think cuz?" through that, and then I was just waiting for Sherry Moon to come on a fucking horse. I was like, oh,
fucking corny McCorner. Fucking trash.
So my number 4 could have been number 1, number 2. And shame on me once again. I think I like them better when I don't know their names. There seems to be a theme in my life. But fucking,
you have morals? What's wrong with you?
Wow.
In the movie, in the back seat of the car, in Trick or Treat.
Yes. Oh,
when
I forgot about that.
Headphones and the parrot comes down and opens their blouse
I
up.
forgot about that. Son of a bitch! I forgot about that.
Damn, that movie just checks so many boxes for me, but specifically that one.
She's getting off on it. She's like,
"You horn dog."
No,
oh my god, it's so moved.
And she kind of looks like the Uncle Jesse's wife on fucking Full House when she's got her eyes closed too. So it's a good time watching that movie. Yeah, baby.
Good call, dude. I forgot about that. Wow.
You need to go wash out your mouth with soap, young man. Need
to wash my eyes out with soap. You're
talking dirty. You need to go wash your mouth out.
Hey, if I put my schlong on TV, I guarantee you I would assume people would be talking about it. So these people knew what they were getting into.
I think we're going to have less viewers, and we don't have that many as we
Nah, we'll get more.
The way the podcast has got to go, it's more boobs and less penis.
Less schlong.
Well, so far, I think I'm getting close to Mike's. I got a couple more predictions. I think we know which one.
That I heard that in my head the wrong way when you said it was getting close to Mike's.
Yes,
no!
Yes.
I'm like, I was missing. I'm talking about less schlong, and I'm like, he's like, it's getting close to Mike's. I'm like,
I always do straight out of context with Mike.
Patrick, we can walk away for a couple minutes. Y'all need some alone time. Yeah,
I'm doing a Homer Simpson into the hedge.
Don't listen to them, Brett. You just rock and roll with your beautiful self, my friend.
Wait a minute. I got a good one. Wait, I got a good one. Brady ends, and Mike has Brady ends with extra mayo.
oh, God, that's not getting
Dear
out of my head
diary. Today started like every other day. Then next thing you know.
All right, the beer is going away. Now I have to go to hard alcohol.
Oh, damn. 0 to 100 real quick.
That just killed me.
That's the best time for top three.
Oh, so my number 3, it's a Halloween Collectors podcast. You got to have your Pamela Susan Shoop and H2.
Oh
my God.
They're probably the best rounded, best diameter.
Best perfect rounded. It was cold. It was perky. And they're fucking real and beautiful.
Oh man! You
Pamela Susan Shoop,
away from
Halloween 2, baby.
What are we all doing after this?
I'm gonna go have a cigar.
No, okay.
That was such a good choice, man. So good.
I could get all the rouses I want. There ain't nobody here, so I'm gonna have to go out there.
Man, that was a good choice, my friend. All right.
Yes.
Let's see what I got. Oh, this is getting a little crazy, guys. Let's see. From OK. Number 3 on my list, a little bit newer in terms of, they're probably still looking kind of similar to what they used to.
Newbies?
Miss Juliana Gill from Friday the 13th, the remake.
Yes,
They are
I-
stupendous.
I was gonna revisit that. They are stupendous. I was gonna revisit that. I'm like, but then I whittled down to my top 5. But that was definitely on my list because I was like, oh my god, the boobs in that movie. Ooh.
And the fact that he used those descriptors in the movie just kind of solidifies
stupendous.
my selection. It solidifies my choice.
Those are totally winning a titty contest.
Oh,
right. That's right.
Yes.
The perfect nipple placement.
That's why it's so good of a choice.
Totally
Oh
stupendous.
my god.
Oh
Okay. Number 3. I haven't. I'm shocked I haven't heard it yet, but it's probably because it's top for everybody else. Deborah Voorhees, Friday the 13th.
God damn!
Dun, dun, dun.
Debbie
The
Sue.
greatest.
Fuck me. Fuck.
Hey,
you.
who's gonna be here? Guess what? She's gonna be here next week, guys. We're gonna meet her.
That's
You guys-
right.
You guys both suck.
We're gonna
Or
be.
Hopefully.
you guys gonna be. You gotta
Suck
tell her, hey,
titties!
Do me a favor. Just say we have this friend of ours, this bald fat guy in Pennsylvania who is obsessed with your boobs.
Hey, you know what? We can get something.
He's talking
signed for
like he
you.
would just tap, tap, tap him.
Hey, we can get something signed for you, my friend. If you want something, we can do that.
Yeah, I wanted to sign her boobs and send them to me. Is that wrong?
Dip her nip in ink and fucking
Juliana
just sign
Gill
away.
is Dickhead's number 2, Juliana Gill.
Yes.
From the
My man.
F-13 remake. That's her name?
Love you, bro. Love
Y'all
you,
are
man. I
ruining
told
my
you.
list because now I know these females' names.
Debbie Sue is his number. Debbie Sue's his number 3.
That's right.
That was my number 3. So good call, Techhead.
Very nice.
So who's next? Brady, you're giving your number 3.
Oh, that was my number 3, Deborah Voorhees.
Oh, that was your number 3. So extra mayo.
So my number 3 was also Deborah Voorhees.
Dang.
Yeah.
No.
Wow,
I am not. Okay, so this is the worst list to be the last guy talking because, like, I'm the opposite of Alfred Hitchcock. There's like zero suspense because you guys are just fucking reading my shit. It's like you cheated off me on the test or something. Because
Hey,
like,
it's
every
only gonna get better because I'll just reveal it now. My number 2 is Miss Debbie Sue Voorhees.
Well, in all fairness, we've been
That's my
talking
number
about
2.
this stuff regularly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
When do we not talk about tits?
Yeah. Next is okay. My fucking number 2 was Debbie Sue Voorhees too. I mean,
My number 2 is Debbie Sue.
yeah, she's my number 2 because they were at the time when I was able to like watch that kind of stuff and not get in trouble. Those were the biggest ones I ever seen. I didn't know they could come in that size.
Amazing.
I'm being honest from a young man's perspective.
He was like,
up,
it's like they come in supersize.
I never saw them that big before, but they were like beautiful. And then they went
Natural,
to
perfect.
And
Oh.
here, my teachers always told me these were a bad thing.
I know. And for all those listeners and everything, I'm so sorry if this is not your cup of tea. But as young men growing up, this is all we could think about growing up. I'm so sorry.
Shots being fired at Michael.
What does it say?
Only good parts of part 5.
Yes, dickhead. I love you, man.
Excuse you. Don't forget the other amazing set of tits in the fucking restaurant when the waitress was getting off of work.
She looked.
Showtime.
It's showtime.
She looked like
Good one, Brett.
She looked like a man with boobs.
She did, but I didn't notice her face. What are you doing looking at her face? For Christ's sake!
Whoa.
Do you know her name too?
Let me explain something. Let me give you a little criteria.
Ratatouille.
When you pick something as very like selective that we're talking about, the face it goes with those. It's a package deal.
No.
It's a package deal.
Not necessarily, but it does.
If it was a package deal, my numbers in real life would be like a third of what they are. We do not consider the face in this scenario.
Michael's saying that's what paper bags are for.
Michael and I are musicians, and at the end of the night, we've all put on our beer goggles.
Wait a minute.
Hey, I've smacked the ankle and rode the wave right on in. Trust me, I've done all of it.
I promise. For me and my selections, it's a package deal. It has to be.
And she's got to have good personality and a good heart too, right?
No. You don't want French fries with shit on it.
Joe, I'm sorry, I forgot.
You got to have French fries with the ketchup.
I forgot.
Are you gonna go meet them or her next week and say, you know what, your face is bad, but everything else is good?
Are you gonna go meet them?
Go to meet them.
Because listen, you can't.
That's so true, Mike.
We cannot objectify.
Why do you have your shirt on? I came here to meet them, not you.
We can't
Them.
objectify people to just a single body part. We have to think of them as a whole.
Oh
And
man.
this is an
I will-
asset that they
I will
have.
admit that everybody I put on my list so far, from top to bottom, is no fucking slouch.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Yeah,
You know,
not top to
We're
bottom.
talking hands with boobs. I'm thinking of Kingpin when Woody Olsen's punching the boobs.
Exactly.
Vanessa Angel. Oh man, that's a set you'd like to see, bro.
That's a
Oh,
set,
dude.
yes.
Yeah.
From Weird Science, the sitcom or whatever, the show.
Or what the
Oh.
hell's her name?
Vanessa Angel.
No, not her. Was it Elizabeth Hurley? Is it killed in here?
Oh yeah.
You see what she looks like? She's aging well. Holy cow.
Like fine wine.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 2 is Pam and Susan Shoop. Sorry,
All right.
from Halloween 2.
So that was your number 2.
Yep.
Michael, what was your number 2?
My number 2 was.
He said number 2.
And I forget her name, and it's a point to not remember their names for me, but
Was that
What
Rachel
a,
Ray?
what a shallow man.
was the raft in
The Raft.
Creep Show 2.
Paige Hannah.
Paige Hannah. Yep.
Blah blah. Yeah, that one chick. But
chick.
she. Oh man. Okay, so you know what a barriola is, right? When it seems like the skin goes right into nip with little to no like contrast
Areola.
in
There's
color.
no areola. Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
fried egg to the fried egg.
Yes,
so to speak.
there's no next color. There's no darker shade. But this woman, that shit was like, color wise, was like fucking done by the gods, for Christ's sake, because she has this pure, perfect tan skin, this beautiful nip to fucking skin ratio. You know what? I think we need to do this again and fucking get like a 1 to 5 on like 6 different categories, because I'm talking fucking color, nip, fucking size. We're fucking talking jiggle action. We're talking all kinds of shit. But
We could very easily do the top 5 worst boobies we've seen.
we could do that too. We should do that next week. No?
No, I'm trying to think. I got to think of some. Sorry.
I can think of a few that I was a little disappointed at.
Oh man. Yeah, the chicken fucking Halloween abortion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
The redhead? The redhead?
the redhead.
Yeah, she just pulls them out and you're like, okay.
No, what's her name? The friggin' watch out for the boogeyman. The girl in part 6.
Oh,
Wait, it was a booby scene with no boobs.
O'Brien.
It was a booby scene with no boobs.
She had
Mariah O'Brien. And yeah, when he's like running his hand all awkward like they're actors and he's trying not to be disrespectful and he accidentally bumps her left titty. Watch that again, because it's like the
I know
most
exactly what you're
awkward-
talking about.
All right. So
I got to shower. Got to stay fresh.
wait,
So bad.
did you say your number 1 there, Pat?
My number 1.
Oh.
And when I thought of this, and I wrestled with Miss Debbie Sue because I do love Miss Debbie Sue in my part 5, but I went back to my biggest one that I always love, and I go back to, I had to say, is Miss Barbara Crampton in Reanimator.
Whoa. Nice.
Reanimator, huh?
Nice.
Not only do you see her boobs, but you see her from top
Very-
to fucking bottom, baby.
Oh my God.
There's not a part of her that's not shown. And
This is probably embarrassing
stellar.
for me to admit, but who is Barbara Crampton again?
You never saw Reanimator?
What?
No.
She was in
Oh, she's
Reanimator.
done a
She was in
lot.
she was in Reanimator. She was in Chopping Mall.
She did the Year Next movie. She was the mom in that one.
I've never seen any of these.
Go back and watch Reanimator, and you'll see what I mean. Beautiful. She's like Debbie Sue with that perfect, like real, natural, beautiful body. And this one, you get to see her every part of her.
All right.
She's a legend.
And the best part of it, it's a horror movie, so you get to see this decapitated, disgusting head lick her boobs.
Wait a minute.
And then his head between her legs and everything. And
Wait a minute. This decapitated head Are you? It looks kind of like. Wait a minute. I remember something like this. Does it look like the Krang from the Ninja Turtles? That little brain. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so there's this movie where this like brain-looking character that's like a leader. This girl is like sitting there butt naked, and he like runs his tongue across the room and licks it. You don't remember
Is that
this?
basket case? That's not basket case, is it?
I don't know. Anyway, I don't
Basket
want to
case.
draw too much attention to it, but it's one of the zillion scenes I've seen as a child.
You have Shudder, right, Michael?
Yes.
Go watch Reanimator. It's on Shutter.
All right.
Shutter.
Shut
And
up.
I'll go watch the Reanimator.
I've had a long week and I'm drinking a lot of beer. Barbara Crampton, sorry, hands down, beautiful, and Reanimator.
All right.
What do you got, JoJo?
All right. So I had to replace my number one because Brett had good taste, and he also chose
And he
Miss
shit all over it.
Natasha Henstridge. I can't even say her last name.
Henstridge,
right?
yeah.
From
Species.
Species 1995. Those were just magnifique, right? But in honor of replacing that, this girl, this woman, this lady is a horror legend, and I got to put her in a spot because I had her listed as an honorable mention. But we all know her from The Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, yes.
Miss
Linnea
Linnea Quigley. Trash.
That was a runner.
She was that was a runner-up for me too. Yep.
What about the scene in Night of the Living? She's the one in Night of the Living Demons that puts the lipstick in her nip, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Where it's a better boob scene with her is in Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey,
That's right.
fun fact.
And fun fact, Halloween, who's her boyfriend in Silent Night, Deadly Night?
I don't know.
The guy that you said was in the. Oh my God.
Come on, you Halloween trivia people. Who was Linnea Quigley's boyfriend in Silent Night, Deadly Night? I don't remember I don't remember his real name, but I could tell you who he was in the Halloween franchise. Does she wear crotchless panties and bark like a dog? Barry Sims is her boyfriend. That's her boyfriend in Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Nice.
I did not know that. God.
Who's a geek? Hi, my name is Pat. I'm a
It's
geek.
okay. It's okay. We forgive you. We love you for who you are.
Good knowledge. Good knowledge.
Number one is easily The Raft for me. Creep Show 2.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I wasn't here last week. That was my number one favorite episode of all the
Yes.
Creep Show.
I like how you recorded that yourself talking about it. And it's just like, what?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
All right, bro.
I was on a mode when I was on my bike.
I gotta be honest. Okay, confession to the group. Me, like Joe, has been reorganizing the list since we started because all of mine were like nailed in the top. Then the first two. One of you said every one of my five in the first two, but I also, going into this evening, had the Raft at number one.
Nothing wrong with that.
So God bless her. But then when we started talking, and I got one that we haven't mentioned yet that I would easily put at number one, but the one that I can't believe I fucking forgot about was the Friday the 13th remake. I don't remember what you said her name was, but if you asked me right now, after all the names, all the things we've heard and said, that's number one. But
that was on my list, yeah.
But just for fun, I will throw, since I was going for exposed nip action versus just straight up, oh my God, please, Miss Kathleen Kinmont from Halloween Part 4 is who I would put at number one if I knew we didn't have to have them exposed.
The tease heard around the world.
How about that? Nobody had PJ, huh? Wow.
She was on my short list. I so wanted her on there just for nostalgia reasons, but I'm like,
all of y'all. I hate you guys. I literally was gonna say those two as honorable mentions right now.
Oh my God.
Speaking of Linda Vanderklok, speaking of Linda Vanderklok, dickhead's throwing this one in there, which is not bad.
Nice.
Oh yeah, she's good.
Who? I can't read it.
Oh,
Christina Klebe from Rob Zombies.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's
Nothing wrong with that.
But when she did her scene, I didn't really look at her tits.
let's get this out
Yeah,
there.
I was like,
I was looking a little lower on that one.
Kathleen Kinmont's man from Part 4, but then she was Bride of Reanimator. Love that.
yes,
movie.
she was. That's right.
Fuck off, Wade.
I love her so
Fuck
much.
off, Wade.
And you didn't get to see him. That's what made you want him even more. PJ Souls, the OG. You know,
She was on my short list,
so
dude. She was
good.
She would be my number 6, just for
So
nostalgia.
wait a minute.
Hold on, real quick. My number one honorable mention, Michael, and you're gonna love me for this. We're gonna see her next week, and I have to show her some love because we finally got to see him. Miss Danielle Harris.
Yeah, you finally got to see him.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
And she had a little work done. You know, for all those who don't know.
I'd like to see him now.
Yeah.
I think.
Pat and I saw him.
Betty
Because
I was talking to Brett, and he didn't hear a word I said for a good hour.
That's true. I was like,
Because I'm like, so Brett, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Like, Brett's just like,
well, here, we'll tie this in. Pat's like saying, hey, Dick is waiting for us. Dick is waiting for us. Where's Dick? Dick is waiting for us.
so,
we're waiting on Dick's line, and he's staring at Danielle.
So if I'm being fair, is it fair to say that unanimously, if we all had to vote, it would be The Raft?
The Raft, yeah, absolutely. I would think, right?
I don't
no,
know.
not me. They didn't make my list at all.
It didn't make his list. I would have to say Debbie Sue.
Oh,
She was okay. So
She was on everybody's list. She was on every list. Am I right?
I think so.
I can't believe nobody here put Jamie Lee on anybody's list.
Well, because it was horror movies. It wasn't.
Yeah,
know.
because I didn't want to
I
see her
know.
naked in a fucking comedy.
I know, but still, we're listing boobs that weren't shown in any.
Those were amazing, though.
But
Those
were.
are next level, perfect.
You know,
Want to know
yeah.
one of my favorite boob scenes was oh god, why am I drawing a blank on her fucking name?
Say the movie.
Leaving Las Vegas with Nicolas Cage.
Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue.
The scene at the hotel.
Yes.
Oh my god, I was like, oh, those are beautiful
I was
boobs.
hoping to see him in Cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
Cocktail. He said
Tom
cock.
Cruise.
He said
Oh
tail.
no! Who's the girl in that movie on the train scene? The train scene with Risky Business.
Oh, Rebecca De Mornay.
Oh, oh my
Yes.
gosh! I would love her so.
Oh,
much.
we could we could
got
so
good
do
one.
other boobs in other
Yeah,
movies.
we could just go off.
Yeah, she did one with Antonio Banderas. Never Talk to Strangers. Watch that.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right.
I forgot about
What
that.
about Patricia Arquette in Lost Highway?
Patricia Arquette.
You remember that?
What about Angelina
yeah.
Jolie in Original Sin? Oh,
You know, I am getting summoned, guys. If we're about done here, I've heard.
I don't know. Michael just took us. Michael threw caution to the wind and just took a piss
it
when he
off
was on
there,
with
Brady.
us.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
"Did you go to the
fun.
bathroom?"
What are you doing? Oh my God!
Well, thank you for.
no, that
joining
was
me,
not a
Frank.
That was not a flattering angle. Don't do that again.
Hey, I got. Who's got a birthday coming up the soonest out of you three here? What do we
Out of
got?
us three?
I'm
Yeah.
November 16th.
Joe.
Okay,
Yeah,
November. You
I'm
got my
February.
daughter's birthday, Joe. That's awesome.
What?
November 16th. Yeah.
No
My
way.
firstborn. Yep.
That is awesome, dude.
That's awesome. I hate to say I listened to a local radio station or kind of be like an idea of what they do. They do whenever one of their birthdays come up, they do a tournament of their favorite subject matter. Like I if you guys are up for it, I would talk to each one of you separately. You give me your top 8. We would do I'd say top 8 movies of all time. And then the other 3 of us would vote which one and go on and we see what the final movie is we grouped as a collaboration of your favorite movie. I wonder what you guys thought of that.
That's a
I'll do
great
that.
idea.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Joe coming up, Michael, Pat, and I would get together, and we obviously, since it's an even odd number, you know, you're going to have an unanimous decision. So
That's a hell of an idea, dude. I like.
So you're
that.
November 16th, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
16th.
So who's next?
I'm
January.
in March. You're January. Okay, I'm March.
All right, so you're January, I'm February, you're March.
Okay.
What are you
so
about-
Wow.
Brett.
1, 2, 3.
Brett, what are you in March?
March 19th.
Oh, okay. I said my wife's March 5th. I was just curious.
We go 1, 2, 3, huh? I didn't realize that.
So, but yeah, I think if you guys are up for that, I could get in charge of that. I think that'd be cool to do.
What are you in January, Michael?
24.
No. What's the day? January what?
Damn.
24th.
20. Okay, with my daughter.
Yeah, I'm not turning 24 for Christ's sake.
If you guys are going to be on, let me know here. So.
All right, hey, thanks. It's good to see you, my friend.
You got to run. Yeah, but we got everything, and we should probably let's close up.
Yeah.
This way you can end with us. So we'll all regroup. We'll talk about what we're going to do for next week, just like we did this week. Hopefully we can all get everybody. I'm going to have a bit of a crazy week, but I'll get on one night with you guys and we'll figure something out.
Halloween ends, baby. Halloween fucking ends.
Next week,
ends.
Hands down, next week is Halloween Ends. So we're definitely going to be talking Halloween Ends. So it's going to be completely spoiler proof. Everybody's going to be talking about spoilers because by Sunday, if your ass hasn't seen it and you're watching this podcast, get the fuck
problem.
out.
We're going to tell you who's dead. We're going to tell you if there's titties. We're going to tell you.
Yes. Maybe there'll be. Honestly, this trilogy hasn't had any titties.
Oh, Matichak wouldn't be bad. I've seen some bikini pictures of that broad.
I would love to see some boobies on Matichak. Fun time. Thanks for stopping in, dickhead. Hopefully I'll get to meet you in person next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because don't forget, we're gonna have what's the name of the event this coming up weekend, Michael?
Queens of Horror.
So are you guys going to be broadcasting from there next Sunday? Do you have a table set up?
I don't know.
We should.
So it's going to be, if it's going to be like last time and you want to start earlier, just let me know, and we'll just do it from there. So
we'll get some heavy footage this time, Joe, this weekend.
I'm game, man. So we're gonna be covering ends. We're gonna be covering the events that's going on at the fucking convention. So
and some other things that we'll discuss.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit coming, guys. Everybody views, watching. Glad to have y'all.
So next week might actually be a little bit earlier. I apologize for this week being an hour late. That was on me, personal issues. But next week we might start a little bit earlier, and we'll let everybody know that because you guys might be at the Kings of Horror again. And we'll go from there.
Right.
Awesome,
all right, boys. So, guys, have a good week. Hope everything goes well with everybody, and we'll be talking and everybody watching this after the fact. Thanks for watching.
Did not disappoint this evening. I've been waiting for it. We did not disappoint.
No, we didn't. If you like boobies, this is the episode to watch. There's nothing wrong with boobies. And we will be sure to chat with everybody, and we'll figure everything out for this coming week. And if you're watching this, your ass better watch Halloween Ends this fucking week.
Amen, sir.
Yeah.
Go out and do it.
Go see it. Go see the movie. Promote this series. We got it.
Do it.
Y'all have an amazing week, my friends.
See you guys.